gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff. With me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome. And my newest announcement for this week of the show is very much clearly, I, like 50 Cent, am rocking the fucking dad bod while hanging upside down on television. Let's go!
Is it your birthday, Dion?
Almost. Another 9
Can we
months.
party like it's your birthday?
Goddamn right we can.
Nah, we don't give a fuck if it's not your birthday. That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan Big Rig Nick Utam.
Thank you, Jeff, for singing the lounge version of It's Your Birthday by 50 Cent over there.
Well, folks, I
Is
have
it
to
your
make
birthday?
a huge
It might be your
announcement tonight.
birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. Coming. Yeah,
What
so
we're
I mean,
gonna do,
like, what,
folks,
that was,
is
yeah,
we're
that
gonna
was.
we're going to give you a preview of Party Boob tonight in the final hour. So just sit back, all you cool cats, and enjoy the dulcet tones of World Class Bullshitters, episode
Oh my God.
299. And finally, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
Yeah, I was definitely late to the fucking Super Bowl party when in terms of the halftime show, because as soon as the halftime started, I'm like, all right, I got 30 minutes to go sit in the other room and not watch the halftime show. So I got a good streak going. I haven't watched a halftime show since Prince.
I'm
not
sensing
bad.
a trend here,
Yeah.
Kendo.
Well, this might have been the best halftime show since Prince.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because I've been seeing a lot of people bitching about the halftime show, and I watched
I know.
it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I know exactly why, as well as because of Eminem. It's
I've
dumb.
been,
Why?
getting, I've been getting another side of the story. From what I'm
Really?
seeing, people aren't liking it because it's rap music, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. Not all this shit was for everybody. I'm
Right.
hearing more people bitch that it's rap music than I'm hearing people bitch about Eminem's political statement. I missed it. I was too fucked up.
Jesus
during the
Christ. Yeah, well, I mean, these are people who think, you know, Kenny Chesney's really fucking good. It's just like, I don't care. Country music is dog shit. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care where you
That is
live.
a correct
it's dog
statement.
Shit. Oh man, I hate that stuff so much, so fucking much. Can't stand it. But I think that's what they wanted. They wanted some you know, some slow country bullshit where it's basically, here's the funny thing, the things they talk about in the country songs are the exact same as in rap music, but it's just different. It's the exact same
it's
shit.
like
They talk about
Kibbles and
alcohol-
bits, but different.
Yeah.
Dude, no. In rap music, I've listened to a lot of rap music, and I've never once heard them whine about. No, never mind. They have talked about their dog. It's just a different dog.
See?
It's not.
Right.
It's not the four-legged
Dog pound.
variety. Yeah.
But hey, once again, the same things are mentioned. It's just different beats and different lyrics from different people. So,
Well, since you hate country music so much, you should come live out here, because there's like 12 FM stations and like 10 of them are country. So it's like, how many country stations does one small segment of the state where there's like 50,000 people in the entire area need to have?
Zero. The answer is zero, Kendo.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to the fucking Navajo station where I don't understand what the hell the guy's saying.
I would like to listen to Yoko Ono on repeat. That's what sounds
oh
fun to
my
me.
God. I think it's a hate crime in some countries.
Apparently,
This
and
be
also a
one of them.
violation of a lot of Eighth Amendment rights.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of Yoko Ono, for the third year in a row, she has been drafted to my Deadpool roster, and she's occupying a spot on the bench right now.
Ooh.
Mhm. That's a good pick, because she's what, 80 something now? Shit.
She's like 87, 88, and like last year she signed over like her controlling stake of the Lennon estate to their son, not the one that, you know, John Lennon abandoned and refused to speak to, the other son, you know, the one that he had after he abandoned his first wife, the one he beat, that one.
Imagine a world without possessions and apparently the rights to your father's estate.
So Yoko is like what, 8, you said 88, so she looks like she's like what, 32?
No, she
I don't know if you've seen her yet, brother.
yeah. she's never what anybody would ever really classify as an attractive woman. So the aging rules did not
She was
apply.
all right, you know,
No,
but it was just funny that
no.
of all the people to like go crazy about John Lennon,
Folks,
a rock star, went crazy about Yoko fucking Ono, which is, hey, to each his own. Obviously, it was just weird that her mind was like a Ziploc bag full of cats, but whatever. We're not gonna.
So, folks, this week we have a special request. Since Dion feels that Yoko Ono was attractive at some point,
I didn't say that.
Post as many pictures of Yoko Ono in the fan page as you can and tag his ass in it.
Yes, do that because it's hilarious. Definitely do that. I didn't say she was attractive.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, tag the pictures on our Facebook page on there.
Those are the eyes of a woman who may or may not smell random people's pee.
Those are the eyes of a woman that's not all there.
Oh God.
And neither is John Lennon.
That's true.
Well, never mind. I was gonna. So, folks in the chat, if you want Dion to abandon his family and marry Yoko Ono, press 1.
He has that effect.
I mean,
yeah. You guys are killing me over here. Holy shit!
Oh God,
that's awesome. Oh fuck.
I mean, if he had done it like last year when she had something to her name, then that'd be fine. But she ain't got shit now.
No,
so
she still has money. She just doesn't have controlling interest of his estate or something like that. But she's still got stacks of cash hidden somewhere. I guarantee it. She was a gold digging bitch. She was. So she squirreled some away.
Well, folks,
God.
Hold on, Dion. Here's what Yoko looks like today. So instead of the lovely version of Yoko Ono that you're looking at from the past, let's see what Yoko Ono looks like today. Does she look like she's 32, boys?
Damn.
Don't think so.
Okay, well, from that picture, that's a really low-res picture. She doesn't look 80, though, so...
That
doesn't look good, though. It doesn't look good, though.
That looks decent for 89, but she looks old.
Apparently her birthday is tomorrow, so we should just retitle this stream the Yoko Ono Birthday Spectacular.
Let me play you my favorite Yoko Ono song, guys.
Oh my
Dion,
God.
if you will.
She'll be 90 tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Well, Yoko.
So, folks, do us a favor. If Yoko Ono's on Twitter, tweet the shit out of her happy birthday tomorrow and send her pictures of Dion.
Yeah, and also tag us in those tweets, please. That'd be we'll retweet them. It's fine.
Because she might come looking. She's crazy enough to do that. She'd be like, you know what? My bit still works somewhat. Let me find this legendary black male of the Midwest.
Yeah. So then 90-year-old Yoko Ono marries Dion Green, and then some crazy dude shoots his ass and reads Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, the circle is now complete.
History has repeated itself. Howard Cosell comes back from the dead to announce it.
Listen. I ain't worried at all because all our fans are all fucking. They would warn me. We got ears on the streets. Goddamn, like, listen, man, where on the street is Yoko's crazy ass is looking for you. You didn't hear it from me. Then next thing we know, there's this giant worldwide Yoko Ono conspiracy. Come to find out, she's like the fucking Hand or something. And they'd be like, listen, man, watch out. She's been in the black dudes since 2002. Just watch your motherfucking back. She kidnapped 14 Negroes from Africa. They ain't found the guys yet. Word is you the warden of the North. So I'm not worried. My people got my back.
Watch her be like some kind of weird, like immortal being that is a curse that just constantly wanders the earth and invigorates herself and euthanizes herself at certain points, and then keeps marrying these famous dudes that as soon as they turn 40, they get got.
Oh shit. Yeah, what if she's the basis of every Japanese horror movie ever?
Yeah. She is the ring.
Mind blown. That's a first. That's a World Class Bullshitters exclusive, folks. Yoko Ono is the girl from the Ring. We just brought the
world back together, goddammit. Yoko Ono is the main reason for all this shit. It makes perfect sense. Listen to that music and you just go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, folks in the chat, I don't know what's going on either, but we have a full show tonight, and I'm sure Yoko Ono will pop up in the future.
We're celebrating 90th birthday of Yoko Ono. Come on, guys.
Would it be funny if Yoko Ono is the reason our show broke up too?
So when she marries Dion, Dion suddenly becomes a massive fucking hippie.
Yeah.
That'd be fucked up. She did it again. God damn it.
Oh,
Folks, if you'd like to see that happen, just remember tomorrow, tweet the shit out of Yoko Ono, or just in general, hashtagging Happy Birthday Yoko Ono with pictures of Dion on it.
Is Yoko Ono on Twitter? Because we should try to slide into her DMs and drop her the link to the stream right now. See if she wants to join us.
Hang on, let me see what I can find out here while you continue.
I would not doubt it one bit that she's on Twitter.
Well, Kendo, do your hatchet work if you would. And while you do, folks, let's talk about tonight's show because we have a lot to cover. So over on Patreon, I have uploaded a Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection review. It is a review of the box set. We go into the book. We go into the slip covers, all that fun stuff. Uh-oh, what?
So Yoko Ono has a checkmarked Twitter page at Yoko Ono, but that's not the worst part. The worst part says Ocean Child, Songs of Yoko Ono is out on 18 February, which is tomorrow, her 90th birthday. Or her 89th,
shit, for real?
Her 89th birthday. I'm sorry. She was born in 1933. So she's only going to be 89 tomorrow. Either way, she's listed as an artist in New York. And yes, imaginepeace.com is the website. Please, people, do not go there and give them clicks. And yes, so apparently she's got an album coming out tomorrow for her 89th birthday.
Isn't that amazing?
I bet it's coming out on Spotify.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey,
she's the evolution of the SoundCloud rapper, Nick.
So, folks,
watch
go ahead
Yoko
and
Ono be
send
a
happy birthday message
over.
to at Yoko Ono. Tag us in it. Tag Dion in it. Send pictures of Dion. Who knows? We're making this happen. 2022 is the year that Dion leaves his wife and child to go marry Yoko Ono and adopt Julian Lennon.
Wrong!
It'll happen in 2023.
Oh my god.
Dion's like, I'm slow playing this one. Slow play. I don't want to rush in. Got to give it 10 months.
Yo, she has 4.6 million followers. What the fuck?
For a lot of people that aren't real right.
She's been on Twitter since 2008. This is fucking insane.
Yeah, yeah. When Twitter started, that's when she got an account.
I'll be damned.
Oh man,
that's insane. It would be funny if Yoko Ono's the reason why our show gets over and like we finally get mainstream attraction is fucking talking shit to Yoko Ono.
Watch, she listens to an episode of the show. She hears you singing like her, doesn't realize that the gag and thinks that you're actually really talented and wants to give us a recording deal.
That would be the most world-class bullshit thing to ever happen.
Then next year she releases an album for her 90th birthday. With a duet album with her and Dion.
Yeah, the Ballad of Dion and Yoko.
Oh god.
The future's now, goddammit.
Hey, speaking of the future, we have to have a visit from our friend early in the show.
Oh god. Oh,
you never know who's here on World Class Bullshitters. Because our friend Cesario Japan asks Mr. Cleo, Pick and Save in the chat asks, what are the chances Yoko Ono causes Dion Green to leave his wife on her birthday?
I'm on a mercy. The kids don't lie. Let me see here, child. This Dion character. He must be a Libra, isn't he, darling? Let me see here. Let me flip over the kids. Ooh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh Lord, I've just got 4 runaway slaves. Oh, I'm on a mercy. Hide him somewhere bright and warm, child. Him being a Libra might not save him. And trust me, because the kids don't lie.
Oh my god.
How to get that in for February?
Power to the people, brother.
Lord of mercy. Now, guys, we have a word of the day from the listeners already, so we're going to talk about that. It comes from our friend SH Rebels 08, who says the word of the day is hoe cake, and he gives a couple examples. The last hoe cake, Debbie does hoe cake, and how Stella got her hoe cake back. Now, do we all know what a hoe cake is?
A cake full of hoes?
Yes, it is my favorite dish. No, actually, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a hoe cake is essentially like a pancake. It was made on the back of hoes back in the day, literally the backs of hoes.
So, like, they just made them lay there while they fried
and
pancakes on their backs? That
Yes.
seems odd.
It was the South. What do you expect? Now, hoe cakes are fried cornbread. It's also known as cornmeal hoe cake or corn cake, and sometimes Johnny cake.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let you man up.
It
The ass of a devilish woman.
The ass of the hoe.
Yes, that's what the hoe train's for. So I have a couple of movie titles I looked up because why not? So there's The Tales of the Hoe Cake Prostitute, which is a derivative of the Tale of the Voodoo Prostitute, which I think we should watch.
So many questions and so many curiosities.
Well,
Stop
would
or
you
my
rather
hoe cake will shoot?
Oversexed hoe cakes from Mars?
Hoe cake tub or hoe cake time machine. You don't even have to you just take tub out of it too.
Is Wayne Brady going to have to flip a bitch?
How about boss hoe cake?
Yep. Flavorful.
Yeah.
Take a bite now, pay for it for the rest of your life.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking hoe cakes.
Hunt for red hoe cake.
Ooh. It's overcooked.
Yep.
The incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed up hoe cakes.
That one fits on many levels.
Rambo, last hoe cake.
Cannibalistic hoe cakes, underdwellers. I guess I don't know.
Hey, you
Also
can still
fits.
use shut. All right. You think Daniel Stern will serve in that one?
Probably.
I'd hope so.
Probably.
Hoe cake alone.
Okay, go.
Hoe cake gets the fuck across town.
Hoe cake dynamite.
Yeah. Back to the hoe cake.
Hoe cake to the future.
Beverly hoe cake cop.
Yep. Beverly Hills hoe cake.
Yeah, that's even better.
Oh, Axel.
Teenage
Here's
Mutant
a great
Ninja
one.
hoe cakes.
That's a really good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, and
I
that
think
is on
that-
Tubi as well.
Yep.
I think that might be the winner. Bubba Hoe Cake?
Bubba
That's
hoe
a good
cake.
one.
I
That's
like
a
it.
damn good one.
Folks, contest is over.
it sounds natural, like almost like the original title. Like
Yep.
it's there.
Yeah.
There we go. So, folks, if you want to play the Hoe Cake game, please do. Let us know. I will be playing some Hoe Cake fun all night long. Now, we did mention how over on Patreon, we have a Ghostbusters box set review, the new Blu-ray 4K set. But this week, we're also not going to be promoting Wokebusters at all because Ivan Reitman, the director of Ghostbusters, has passed away. So we don't feel that it's right to talk about Wokebusters this week. So we're going to take time, and I'm just going to say one thing. It's in demand. Thank you to everybody who made it happen. Greatly appreciate the support. But we'll be back next week. There's all kinds of new fun stuff. And now we're in actually phase 1 or 2, if you want to call it, because I considered this like a nice start to everything. So we'll be back next week with that. Now, guys, what do you want to start with first? You want to start with something fun or something eye-rolling?
Let's get the eye rolling.
eye rolling.
Yeah, let's do the eye rolling out of the way.
All right. So, Star Trek. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's just start with something fun and quick. Alec Baldwin. All right.
Oh, God.
He's
Oh,
back.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Hey. Helena Hutchins, family lawyer, says Alec Baldwin is blaming others for Fatal Rush shooting.
Well, yeah, he's been doing that this entire time.
It's back in the news. The dude's got.
This makes me need a drink. God damn.
Oh, God. You know what's a bad subject when DNS has to go get a drink to deal with it.
I mean, that's how I want to do it, Alec Baldwin.
Lubricate the old inner workings here.
Well, there really isn't much for you to lubricate for. It's just Helena Hutchins' lawyer is claiming that Alec Baldwin is refusing that he's responsible. He's accepting no responsibility. And I'm just disappointed that it keeps, the more this comes out, like this story should just go away, but it keeps coming out all the time.
Well, and we said that when this shit came out, that obviously it was gonna get worse. Keno said it best, like fucking Alec Baldwin cannot help himself, right? And he couldn't stop talking, and he's doing interviews. I mean, I think he did the infamous one on set, and especially as more and more shit came out, especially with that terrible goddamn armorer, whatever her name was, it was pretty clear that the movie was cutting corners, that a lot of the production staff were cutting corners, and that hey, like we said, this is the family isn't just gonna sit by and not have anything to say or anything to do about this. And him opening himself up, I wouldn't be surprised if as this comes along that they bring up a lot of the things that he said when he should have did what many people should do in this situation, and that's shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
yeah,
time.
I mean, he either should have shut the fuck up or owned it and been like, yeah, I fucked up, I'm sorry, or something like that.
Or say there was a lot of us, that can shoulder the blame. I shouldered my part of the blame for not checking it. There's, he could have admitted to a portion of it, because we said it numerous times. There was clearly a failure upon many people in this over the course of that gun getting into his hand and then going off completely on its own, because he didn't pull the trigger, he says.
Yeah.
And but no, every interview he's gave, he's like, the first one he gave to George Platypus, whatever the fuck his name is, was there was a lot of response, a lot of people, to bear responsibility. Not me. I don't feel like I have it was responsible in any way. It's like, you're the one that had the gun in your hand when it self-discharged apparently and shot the woman. You're the reason why I'm afraid to go near Santa Fe.
Shit.
You might jump out and shoot me.
Well, yeah, and then getting the shitty armorer who apparently was like, the daughter of the one of the best ones, but apparently didn't know what the fuck she was doing, and had made so many mistakes. But he said, "Oh yeah, well we'll hire it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine."
Well, it wasn't, Nick.
clearly,
Not at all.
Because I mean we heard about the complaints from people who saw her on set in her other movies where she was using live ammunition, throwing guns around, not checking them, not clearing them, and always posting cool photos on Instagram and things like that. Hell, they were even shooting. I remember hearing, what was it? They were even shooting live rounds in between sets, like during lunch and things like that. So it's like, that's a fucking problem. There should never be live rounds on a set ever.
Yeah, especially around dumbass actors.
Especially around dumbass actors.
Well, Alec Baldwin has now learned the meaning of the phrase, "What's the worst that could happen?"
Damn.
Well, hey, we'll follow this one. Yeah. I guess.
We'll keep following because and then to refresh everybody's memory, this happened in October of 2021. Just
my birthday. Aware.
Yeah,
on my birthday.
Yeah. It happened in October, and they still don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, for your birthday, Jeff, Alec Baldwin gave you an endless news story that just keeps unraveling and unraveling and unraveling.
It's
all
like
because he shot somebody.
Well, nothing but respect and support to the people who lost Helena Hutchins and Alec Baldwin. But let's talk about Star Trek, because we've been told for a while that Star Trek, the J.J. Abrams Kelvin timeline, was dead ski, but it's coming back for some really weird reason. So, excuse me. Dion, I'm going to start with you because I know your opinions on this, but I want you to tell the audience. Star Trek 09, Into Darkness, and the other one, Beyond. How do you feel about this Star Trek trilogy?
It's well, as I'm sure you have recalled, it's a huge wasted opportunity. Star Trek 09, I fucking love that movie. My sister and I went and saw it. I think in total we saw it 7-8 times in theaters. I fucking love that movie. I really, really do like Into Darkness. I know obviously with the way that Abrams clearly was trying to do like a distorted version of the timelines that we all know. There are parts that I really like. There are parts that are really, really fucking annoying, that are J.J. Abrams. The number one being all the over the top punching sounds and In the Darkness, which is just fucking ridiculous. But I actually really enjoyed Cumberbatch as Khan. And especially the ending where Spock is going and confronting Khan, and he goes to fucking beat him to death. I love that bit. And then there's Beyond, which as much as I love the fucking Beastie Boys, that movie is if the dude from Fast and the Furious did a fucking Star Trek movie. And you know how I am. I'm a very easy to please dude. The fact that it was a Star Trek movie and they destroy the Enterprise at the beginning of the fucking movie pisses me off. And Beyond had a lot of potential. And if you ever need a walkthrough of what not to fucking do to end a trilogy, watch Star Trek Beyond.
Because I like the timeline as well. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I know about it enough about it, and that third one, man, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
It was terrible.
When they basically ride like a fucking space wave and they have the Beastie Boys song playing again, I was like, go fuck yourself.
Well,
No.
that part I liked. That looked cool, but god damn, like you have this tragic story with Idris Elba and this other captain and this other ship, and you just completely buttfuck it. And it's like, what are we doing here? You have a cool little subplot with he's Kirk's a year older than his dad was when his dad died. That was kind of a nice opportunity, and they just fucking buttfucked it. And then that weird scene with the fucking motorcycle. Oh my god! It just like I'm all for the future. They say, hey, they hear Beastie Boys and they go, "Is that classic music?" Yeah, it is. I like that part, but oh my god, 95% of that movie is just space Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it is.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Well, for the longest time around here, it was like, oh, you can't say anything good about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, and I'm like, fuck that. Actually, I really like the first one. The second one, enough that I own them both on 4K. I got them on Blu-ray. I've seen them all in theaters.
Nice.
Opening day, roughly. Like, I was there for the Star Trek phenomenon. I take that back. I wasn't there for the Star Trek 09 theatrical release. What happened was I was working at 7-Up, that shitty summer job, and I didn't have a lot of free time, but I knew how to pirate movies online. I used to watch. They were streaming. I didn't have to download shit. So that summer, I watched Star Trek 09 on bootleg, on a screener or whatever. Actually, it was just a legit screener that they had uploaded. I watched it. I was blown away. So I went out and bought it so I could be like, hey, I liked this movie and supported it. And then, back to the other ones. But look, I'm never going to say that Shatner and Leonard Nimoy and everyone else on the original crew has been topped. But the whatever you want to call Star Trek 09, Kelvin timeline, reboot, remake, crappy, I don't think they did a bad job with casting. I thought the movie is fun. The second one is fun. It looks nice too. But I'm with you, dude. It's where that third one dies. And with the fourth one coming up, I'm not super excited. Now, Kendo, are you excited or anything you want to add to this?
I watched the first one because it was on at somebody's house when I was there, and that's the only reason why I watched it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. I'm afraid of what they're gonna do with the fourth one. They might make it really woke, and it's just gonna kind of really take away from it. I'm just like, I don't want to see a woke futuristic space movie. It's just gonna fucking piss me off. I don't want to deal with that.
Well, would you like to hear exactly why they're making this movie? Because it makes me laugh. It's honestly why I'm putting it,
Oh God, please tell me. Please tell me.
Star Trek 4 Kelvin cast return was decided by studios' market research. Paramount Pictures, I was very surprised.
Because Discovery and Picard are doing so well. They needed this movie back.
Yeah. When you have fucked a brand in the ass like Viacom has done with Star Trek, come on.
Well, actually, Jeff, it's no longer Viacom. It is just Paramount now. It is just Paramount Plus.
But doesn't Viacom own Paramount?
Yes, they do, but they've changed the name of the entire company to just Paramount.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I was all because you remember on the old Twilight Zones when you get the Viacom logo? Oh, what a relic of the past.
Yeah, they recently went all in on paid streaming, even though whatever. So yeah,
it's my least favorite one.
And it's actually one of the better ones. I don't understand why you guys don't like it. There's so many gems on there.
I'm an HBO Max guy. I'm not here to promote it on the show, but like the back catalog, it always has something I'm anxious to watch, excited to watch. I feel like the Paramount Plus stuff is like the Nickelodeon stuff is great.
Yes.
But like there are other movies I already own, so it's not enough.
It's fine. I just watched the Nickelodeon stuff. I'm like, this is fucking great. Although they got a shitload of old Westerns on there too. So that's also part of my reason why I have more of an affinity to it. Plus, then I can watch Champions League games and not have to know Spanish.
Oh, well, there's always that.
Another language that you don't have to learn.
Yeah, I'll be like, fuck that. Just pay $5 and I can have the English commentary team tell me that my team sucks.
I think I'll rescind my absolute hate statement because I'm looking at they got The Saint and a bunch of decent movies on here, and I forgot they have some classic MTV shit like Celebrity Deathmatch.
They do.
Yeah. Listen, Paramount Plus, because when you were up and we threw it on there, we were watching shit on there. Paramount Plus is so far is doing it right, and again, I think it's the thing that we've always said, time and time again, is you can tell who knows that this ultra super hyped progressive bullshit doesn't work, right? Because it you want to make fucking money. And at least what you can say about Paramount is that when they take shit seriously, they don't necessarily always go for what's popular. Now they did that with Star Trek very clearly, Discovery and Picard, and forgetting about the fact that that's a property that already did it, right? So they're very clearly forced into a bubble with Star Trek. And listen, the biggest reason why I'm not going to give this news about Star Trek the most shit mainly is because when especially when we look back on stuff like Spider-Man 3, the Sammy trilogy, or Sammy trilogy, the Raimi trilogy, I always was kind of like, hey, they should have stayed the course to come out with 4, try it again. That's why I'm not going to shit on Star Trek yet, is because, hey, I don't want them to reboot it and then we end up with an amazing Spider-Man version of Star Trek in theaters. I'd rather them, the third one was a disaster. They say, fuck it, let's get serious. Let's make a fucking good Star Trek movie and try again. And listen, I'm 100% for it. R.I.P. Anton Yelkin, but
I forgot about
that.
Yep.
That shit with especially with Discovery, and it seems like we talk about it every week, but pandering to fucking Twitter, they don't watch shit, and if you ever need a goddamn fucking example of that, it's the two top sci-fi franchises on the planet, Star Wars and Star Trek. That shit does not bring the fucking roosters home to roost, and we'll see what the fuck Paramount does, man. They got the streaming service down, so hopefully they can get their shit together and not completely shit the fucking data pad here.
Well, I have a very important question about Paramount Plus, Kendo. Do they have the complete seasons for Celebrity Deathmatch?
I don't know if it's the complete seasons or not. I'd have to go back and look.
Okay.
Because I know one time they only had like one season. It was one of the newer ones, but then the next time I went back and looked, they had some of the older ones. So in about 13 minutes of this hockey game, I'll be able to tell you.
Okay. I might have to get a I might have to get a trial version and somehow take those off of there.
Well, Nick, they only have seasons 5 and 6, which are from 2006 and 2007. So some of the classic ones from the 90s are not there.
Damn, that sucks.
Boo.
That's where streaming services lose me. It's like, hey, we got this show, but only a couple episodes. It's like,
well, what is it like? I canceled Netflix last month, and like I remember watching stuff on there. Like I was wanting to watch all the Scream movies. They only had Scream 1 and 3. It's like the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
What? Why not 2? What happened with 2?
Sarah Michelle Gellar's too expensive.
Yeah.
No, it's a Freddie Prinze Jr. That's a problem. He's a little bitch. That's why.
No, you know who ruins, and the reason why Scream 2's not on there? Jada Pinkett Smith. She got into an entanglement with them over, how much she was going to get paid to have it on Netflix.
Yeah, even though she dies in the first 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah, and then she just bangs some dude in front of Will Smith, and they called it even.
She makes her hair back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was whipping something back and forth.
Now, the story goes with Star Trek, as exciting as it is. Now, Star Trek 4 was originally announced before the release of Star Trek Beyond. However, the latter underperformance at the box office and a pay disagreement between the studio and star Chris Pine caused the production to be stalled. Over the years, Paramount Pictures had tried to relaunch Star Trek 4 project with a wide array of pitches from different filmmakers, but progress appeared to be made when WandaVision director Matt Shakman signed on to helm the project in December, or with a December 2023 release date. And so now Paramount Pictures has announced that the original 2009 cast will return, with the exception of Anton Yelchin. Yes. So it says, according to Variety, Paramount's decision to bring back the cast of the previous Star Trek films was down to market research. The studio had spent years exploring other options, and given the major gap in the time since the release of Star Trek Beyond, coupled with the film's poor box office performance, the studio reconsidered the financial viability of bringing back the original cast. Yay. Isn't that awesome? It took money. It took you fucking up Picard and Star Trek Upper Deck and what's the other one?
Star Trek Upper Deck?
Yeah, sorry. That was a
From what I understand.
No. That's fine. It needs to be Star Trek Upper Deck. That's fucking.
From what I understand, that TV show is like, finding that you've been upper deckered.
God, isn't it so great to be a science fiction or look at any genre fan these days? You just get the worst of the worst. It's like, hey guys, you want more Star Trek? We'll bring back Jonathan Frakes. We'll bring back Patrick Stewart. We'll bring back Will Wheaton. But it's Star Trek Picard. Actually, I'm sorry, you brought back Will Wheaton. Yeah, Will Wheaton.
Oh, I thought you said Will Queefin. I'm like, wait, what? A Queefin is in this too?
Could be. Do you want to start calling Will Queefin on the show?
Yes.
We should, absolutely.
I don't think he'll join us for an episode if we do, guys. We better be careful.
Oh, darn. He won't be here
that's
ever.
A realistic possibility.
Dude, Will Wheaton could ask to be on the show, and I'd say no. I don't want to be lectured to by the king of nerds, like the self-appointed king of nerds. I don't mind anybody from any science fiction show, but like when an actor takes it upon themselves to like keep pushing a message on people, it's like, dude, okay, I look at you like Kirk Cameron. You were, the Seaver kid and you were in all this shit, but now you just make these weird movies that you push on us. Will Wheaton, you're just this asshole who pushes your beliefs on us, and if we don't like it, you're a bigot. So no, I don't like Will Wheaton.
Yeah, I mean, he's him and Kevin Smith are both like the Hollywood. The Hollywood goes to them. It's like, is this nerdy enough? Will the nerds like this? And they're like, yes, they will. So,
I don't know why they don't get a guy. I'm just gonna be that guy. I don't get a guy like me who's just a normal dude who likes this shit and doesn't look like I was beat up in grade school for liking Star Wars. Like, why do they always have to saddle geek culture with a guy like Kevin Smith or a guy like Will Wheaton, where it's the fucking opposite side of the spectrum?
Well, I mean, okay. Think about it. Kevin Smith is the fat nerd. Will Wheaton is the skinny nerd. That's the criteria.
Well, listen, and the funny thing too is, and listen, overall, I still like Will Wheaton. Overall, even when he gets fucking preachy as fuck on the internet, but and that's the funny thing, right? Is that they'll preach it. The culture, and our culture is real toxic and blah 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 blah, but they're never going out and getting legit people who've been busting their ass in the genre on their show. They're never going out, and when they're coming up with these big projects, they're not going and getting people in those groups that they're talking about, but they try to get famous people on their podcast, and they try out and get really well-known people in their shows. When it comes to making money, they funny how all that shit kind of drops to the side, but when it's a hot topic, they're the ones that'll come out and they've got fingers to wave at people and shit, especially Kevin Smith. That motherfucker, will talk the talk all day, but when it comes to walking the walk, they're amazingly nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, and I mean, Will Wheaton will never Jeff will never have you on the podcast. You'll tell him an asshole, and he can't say anything, and he doesn't like that.
Well, because I'm not a white guy, he can't rip into me. So he's like, what
exactly. That'll be the entire point. So you can call him an asshole to his face and say nothing, and like you can say anything. That's he doesn't like not having control in that situation. So he'll lecture about other toxic males and white people and all that other bullshit that he wants to talk about.
I just want somebody on a show to look at him and go, bro, you're a toxic white guy. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Mr. G4 himself.
I almost forgot the channel existed. Thank you for reminding me not to watch it.
So let's not forget why we're here, the audience, and let's check in with them. Kendo, pick a number, please.
27.
Uh-oh, we have to be careful and talk over this one a little because I don't want to get a strike. There we go.
Yeah, gotta remember we don't want to get trademarked here and have.
Tell me more, get you get there with like a bitch.
Dude,
I figure if we're gonna get
every
struck,
fucking
let's hit them
time.
all.
Yeah. Might as well get it for a good one.
Yeah.
Be like,
I'm-
wait, you got something against Samuel L. Jackson there, Susan?
Mm-hmm. Now, let's check in with our audience. Now, our friend Sigil Stone sent in a super chat during yesterday's premiere of the Lord of the Rings video, Why Do They Hate Lord of the Rings, which discusses Amazon's new series. And I want to get an answer. How does a billion-dollar television show look like absolute shit? So tonight, we're going to try to answer that a little later into the show. But Sigil Stone 17, thank you. He says, I backed Wokebusters Collector's Box, looking forward to reading it on condition you never stop making parody comics. Amazon Studios can blow me. Well, Sigil Stone, I don't want to get typecast, but I do. Look, I've had fun with Wokebusters. I'm not going to talk about it, like I said, for the Ivan Reitman stuff, but thank you for backing it. Come back next week and we'll talk more about parody comics and stuff. But Amazon Studios is not a friend of mine. I do like The Boys. I do like a few of their shows, but I don't think they have their heart in the right place and their head is up their ass. Like Jeff Bezos is quoted by the head of Amazon Studios in the Independent article or the Vanity Fair article, whatever I read yesterday. It's his personal project. It's like when you have a studio that's really dangerously powerful at the whims of an asshole, be prepared for stupid shit to get made, stupid shit to get bought, and stupid shit to happen because a really rich guy doesn't have anything else to do. It's like, I've been to space. There's nothing else out there. Now I'm going to fuck up your movies. So thank you, Jeff. Bezos, not me. I'm not responsible. So Zario Japan, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, Amazon Lord of the Rings. Ha ha! We have a diverse fantasy franchise. Conan the Barbarian points to the Latino, Black, and Japanese actors, plus the strong female in the first film, and the two main Black actors in the second film. Yeah. Dion, Nick, Kenda, we've all watched a countless amount of movies in our lifetimes. Lots of them have been genre pictures, and a lot of them have been fantasy films with multiracial back. Look, I'm just going to pick one randomly. The Scorpion King was a fantasy film. It had The Rock. It had Michael Clark Duncan. It had Kelly Hu. It was diverse by today's standards, but guess what? In 2002, we weren't fucking stupid, and we didn't draw attention to the fact that The Rock was Black and Samoan. Who cares? It was The Rock. It was Michael Clark Duncan. It was Kelly Hu. They were big stars. Their skin color didn't determine their star power. Sadly, Hollywood, social media, the rest of the world, we've now regressed to the point where skin color overshadows star power, and we have to stop. It really hurts people that make it big, no matter what color they are. It's stupid.
Yeah, and
It's the flavor of the week, man. It's the easiest way to show that you care without actually showing that you care, and this is something that it really jumped out to the forefront when Black Panther came out. But and listen, we're not saying that Martin Luther King's dream was realized in the fucking 90s and the early 2000s. We're not saying that shit, but there definitely was a lot more care put into trying to naturally develop stars who happen to be of color, as opposed to now where that is, that's the get on your soapbox and scream about to prove that you give a shit. And then the projects come out and they're absolute dog shit. Right. And again, even that's not new, but that's the huge fucking problem right now is, hey, our cast is diverse. Well, you saying it isn't gonna shield it from any criticism if it's bad, and you see that so many people, whether they're doing it consciously or not, that's the rub. They don't really give a shit about people of color. They don't really give a shit about women. They don't really give a shit about groups that are actually, marginalized in our society today. What they care about is saying it so you spend your money to watch it. That's it. Yep. And we saw that again with Star Trek and Star Wars. And they don't care about the plight of the Black American. They don't care about women making it over that hump in the glass ceiling. All they care about is if I say the right thing in the beginning, people are going to come to watch my movie because that's what they said on Twitter. And it just doesn't fucking work. Don't believe me? Ask Elizabeth Banks what she's up to.
Well said.
Yeah, she tried breaking that glass ceiling, but she cleaned it.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, Nick. Throwing rocks tonight.
What is true? I can't throw rocks. It's a glass ceiling, Jeff. Come on now. We went over this already. Can't throw rocks.
Somewhere
Sorry.
Brie Larson is crying in truth right now.
Oh, she's asleep. She took. I gave her a couple Benadryl. She's fine now.
Oh, that's what you call those.
Yeah. I can't ever talk shit while I'm on the podcast. It ain't gonna work out.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she stops giving you the basmati blues.
Oh, that'll never happen.
So
but even like they were saying is like, you know, we like, especially in the 90s, there were so many black movies that came out. The President's Friday, Boys in the Hood, Malcolm X, Candyman came out in the 90s. We had what is it, Tales from the Hood, Bad Boys. Bad Boys. A bunch of Eddie Murphy movies that came out. I mean, just all kinds of really fun shit that I watched as a kid. I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh, these are really fun, awesome movies, and I've bought a bunch of them. I bought them on multiple formats. I was like, these are great. I didn't think twice about it as a kid. Honestly, I really didn't. I was like, this is a fun movie. I'm going to own this. That was my take.
Sadly, what's happened is like they culturally had accepted. We'll just use since you brought up black movies, we'll use that. They had become the norm to the point where they weren't black movies anymore. They were just movies by the 90s. Ice Cube starring in a movie wasn't a big deal. Wesley Snipes, Denzel Washington, all these people starring in movies wasn't a big deal. It's just this Twitter generation wanting to make it a big deal, and it just pisses me off.
It was a big deal, but the difference was it was good.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm pissed these classics get overlooked because I'm looking at a list of 90s black-led films, and we're looking at shit that is pretty damn solid. Even the dumber stuff like House Party 2 is still a better made movie than most stuff that comes out today.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, no, I have a question for you. Let's take the race thing out of it. I think it's just a sliding scale of entertainment quality across the board. We used to have a movie, they would try, like, retarded example, but the Addams Family Values. They at least tried to take the Addams Family and make a coherent story out of that world. Today, when they adapt stuff like Rob Zombie's Munster movie, if it's based off of the Munsters and it comes out in the modern era, most of these modern era adaptations are just callbacks to the original without a plot. Addams Family Values is a sequel to one of those movies. Like, they at least gave a shit and tried. We don't even get past the hump of, well, the first one wasn't that great. It's disappointing.
Well, and that right there is, you know, that's the fucking cause of it, right? Because one, they're out of ideas, right? So they have so many people who are writing all these scripts and coming up with these ideas, you know, but there are so many of them are getting fed through the corporate machine because, you know, they one, don't have ideas, and then two, it's risky doing this shit now, right? Because everyone's trying to make $1 billion fucking movie. So instead of taking the risk and actually having, you know, actors and actresses who are fucking in their craft and know what they're doing, they're reaching out to people like Elizabeth Banks, who is going to say all the crazy shit in the press and just throw something together, you know. And I talked about a couple months ago. What's his date? Zeus or whatever, the dude that played Zordon on Power Rangers said it best. They're in this for the money. So they bring up old properties because one, they think the fucking fan base is stupid and just gonna come and watch it. Hey, remember that thing that we loved from 20 years ago? They're rebooting it. Let's go watch it. And they're not gonna come up with something new, spend all this money, and it be a flop, which is, you know, hilarious considering shit like, you know, Ghostbusters 2016. You know, so again, you know, that's the issue. The quality is going down because they're trying to do Hollywood is like the fucking honeymooners. You know, it's all a get rich quick scheme, and it's you know, it's still funny to me, but you know, it's just they can't break out of that fucking cycle, man. It's very embarrassing.
It is.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the VOD people also trying to like one up them as well. And you know, it's just insane the amount of money that's being like tossed around for all these projects, and you know, nobody cares really,
and nothing is coming out of it. Like, there's all this money going in, and you're like, where did it go? Remember when you would watch? Not even remember. Think of a great movie that you look at and go, man, every dollar is up on screen. I look at some of these movies today, like the Eternals, and I go, how the fuck did this cost so much? I liked Spider-Man, and Spider-Man made a bunch of money, but I got to look at the budget. I thought that movie just lacked action. I thought it needed a little more action. And
Eternals lacked action?
No, I thought Spider-Man lacked action. I thought it needed, up until that final act, I think that movie needed just a little bump. I thought the action scenes, like the Doc Ock fight, was a little underwhelming when you compare it to other superhero movies and other Spider-Man movies. Now, I still think the Spider-Man movie is better than most of them, but even good movies by today's standards feel so much smaller and lesser. And I'm just wondering where the dollars go. Is CGI that expensive that they have to make sure certain parts look good and other parts don't? Like, can we just fix that? You know?
I mean, that's a damn good question, man. I mean, you know, I think, you know, hey, I think it's Occam's razor. I think, yeah, the question is simply, yeah, you know, that shit costs so goddamn much, and for whatever reason, you know, so many studios don't want to do practical effects, and they don't want to combine visual and practical effects. You know, I think that's exactly what it is. Some cost so goddamn much, and then when they get to it, you know, instead of making the movie where you can use them appropriately to make it look good, they want to do crazy shit. You know, it's just funny that you were saying that, because the first thing that popped in my head was Terminator 3. You know, Schwarzenegger hits Loken in the head with the fucking fire hydrant, and that effect of her head going around in a circle looks so goddamn bad. Now, obviously, that's 2003, but, you know, there are so many other movies as recent as, you know, 2018, 2019, where the effects look so goddamn bad. And I think that's exactly what the fuck it is you have these movies, well, we have to do CGI. We've got to do CGI. We're trying to do shit that's like Avatar, because Avatar made a couple $1 billion, and we got to do, and they fuck up, or they run out of money, or they run out of fucking time. And that get rich quick thing kicks in, and it's like, fuck it. Well, we got to get the movie out. Let's just finish it. And that happens over and over and over. Or it's the opposite effect, where they put all the money into one fucking effect or the first half of the movie, and they forget to write a good movie, like fucking Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah.
Please, no more Ghostbusters 2016. I don't want to vomit today.
Well, I mean, what was I gonna say? It's the CGI. I mean, I know they outsource to other countries. If you look at the
oh yeah,
the credits at the end. I know I can pronounce those names. You guys might have some trouble, but I can pronounce those names.
Shit, I put them in Google.
Yeah, so I mean, they're outsourcing their CGI clearly, but it's just, I mean, I'm with you guys. Like, it's weird how they spend money on, like you said, the first half movie, not the second half, or like, I think, well, remember the Hercules movie with The Rock? All the sequences they showed were like all just like imagination story elements, and the story was like different from what they gave us in the trailer.
That's a great fucking example.
Yeah, because like the thing was on the trailer was him fighting all this stuff, and apparently that wasn't the movie. Those were just like fantasy scenes that somebody had come up with, like, while they were telling the story of Hercules. Mm-hmm. And then we got fucking honeydicked when that movie came out.
I still haven't seen it.
And I think that's a great example of, you know, doing it the right way, because that movie was pretty fucking good, you know, and you know it at least with you know how they casted it, and you know, especially for The Rock, you know, he was, you know, I still think that's one of his better movies, and you know, if we're saying over the breadth of his entire career, that one was really good, because it wasn't fucking too much. There wasn't 20 goddamn layers of the story, you know, and even the effects that they did use, you know, the fight scenes looked really fucking good. You know, and again, it's just the damn, you know, so many of these studios, it's just so weird, you know, so weird. Yeah. The get rich quick thing, you know, it's all the effects. It's gonna look amazing. It's gonna look fantastic. You know, the shit that we were all being told when that goofy ass Oprah Winfrey, Mindy Kaling, A Moment in Time.
Oh God,
the fuck was that called?
A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh fuck, A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, I mean, it still fits, you know. But I mean, if you ever want an example of a movie title telling you how fucked up a movie's gonna be, it's A Fucking Wrinkle in Time. But you know, all this shit we were hearing about A Wrinkle in Time, you know, in the movie, it wasn't just bad, it looked like shit. And it was just, you know, that movie cost like $150 million or something like that. It's like, what the fuck did you guys spend it on besides paying Oprah Chris Pine and Mindy fucking Kaling. You know, that movie was fucking wild, and it looked like garbage, man. You know, and
It performed like it, but Dion,
Yeah.
damn right, and it lost like
40-year-old white guys.
Yeah, that movie wasn't made. Well, no, that movie wasn't made for me. It might have been
Wait,
made
you're
for
40?
Dion.
Happy birthday, Eric.
Eric.
Exactly.
Oh,
That
God.
guy I see that actor Bradley Whitford in a bunch of shit. I don't like Get Out and this and that. He's always Eric to me.
He's Eric.
If I ever
No
met
matter
him in
what, he's
public,
Eric.
I would love to see him in public. He doesn't know who the fuck I am. I'm just some big dude. Can I help you? Eric? Oh, Eric, you're pregnant. Yeah,
Gonna be a
that's how Jeff
crocodile.
goes to jail, but it's worth
hey,
it.
I was calling him Eric when he was on The West Wing, and I fucking love The West Wing.
You do. Martin Short is your hero. Or sorry, Martin Sheen is your hero. Martin Short is
Sheen,
my hero.
Right?
I mean, Mark Short
Oh,
might be his hero.
He still puts a
Might be.
fucking jacket on like a badass.
Well, I hate the movie Clifford. We'll talk about that later.
God.
Now, our
A
friend,
lot of people hate the movie Clifford.
I was going to choke that kid. R.I.P. Charles Grodin. SH Rebels 08 says, I'll take a Joe Rogan motorcycle and a message, please. All right. So you wanted your message. So where are you at? 1, 2.
Message! Message! Message!
And since you requested this as well, I got to make a button still. Whoa, and there we go. Here's the favorite part.
I like how you slowed it down just so we can see.
What you need to do. So when you make the button for it, play as soon as he hits that car, make the sound when you clobber somebody with the bat in Smash Brothers.
Yes.
So when you fucking dinger him, make that sound as soon as he hits that fucking car.
Yeah,
I'm writing
I
that
think
down
I think Elon Musk needs to study that video so he knows how to get to space easier.
Yeah, we're having trouble launching our rockets. Well, let's see how
Watch
this
this
guy
guy.
did it.
Yeah, what's this guy?
Up next is our friend Dr. Coffin, who says, after 4 years of being a WCBS fan, I have shit that'll turn you white.
Fuck yeah.
Oh God.
Dr. Coffin, we hope to see you at Horror Hound. We hope to see everyone at Horror Hound. Folks, we are about a month away, March 25th, 6th, and 7th at the Sharonville Convention Center. We will be there. We'll be talking about all kinds of cool stuff. We'll have stuff to give out, a couple posters, all kinds of things. So just wait till next week. We'll make more official announcements the closer we get. But get your tickets. You can come out, hang out with us. Tons of fans usually show up, and you guys can join the second floor crew. Last time we closed down a whole restaurant because we were out late having a good time. So join us. It's a lot of fun.
They fucking hated us.
Well, they should have done a better job.
Oh no, 100% because the oh God, that whole experience was like, the fuck are you guys doing? So we just kept being assholes because they were being bigger assholes. It's kind of like, okay, we're gonna keep doing this.
They kept fucking up our food intentionally.
It was so bad. So like, how do you do that? Because all we're gonna do is want a refund, and we're just gonna fucking leave. Like, what is? I don't know. It's just.
It's because we came there about an hour before they closed. So
and even though like we wanted to, I mean, you know, we looked at the menus and they were very small, and like we knew what we wanted. We just needed somebody to come by and get our orders.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It took forever to want to.
Yeah, because like, we were a big group and I guess nobody wanted to deal with us, and it's like, no, we know what we want. Just come fucking by and just get our shit. That's it. We know exactly what we want.
So, folks, our next meetup will be at Chick-fil-A. We'll take a number. We'll get in line. We'll eventually get our food. Now, our friend
That'll be
Adam,
probably a lot smoother.
dude, and it's Chick-fil-A, so it'll be tastier.
There you go.
Adam Walford, thank you very much for your super chat. He says tonight's episode of World Class Bullshitters is brought to you by us. Boy, Ray. Sorry, I got to reread this one because this one made me laugh. Tonight's episode of World Class Bullshitters is brought to us by the boys at Raid Shadow Legends with this week's code Dion's Fourth Horseman Green, and get absolutely nothing. So get over it.
My
Folks,
fucking man.
If you would like to help World Class Bullshitters avoid those Raid Shadow Legends commercials, NordVPN, and all that other bullshit, just keep doing what you guys do. Help support the show. Join us over on Patreon. This week, like I said, I have the Ghostbusters commentary. We have the All Out review, Royal Rumble review. We'll have a Sweet Saudi Mania Money review over there as well. But yeah, I watch a lot of YouTubers in the first 4 minutes of their videos or why you should join this app or do this. And I'm just like, and yeah, we've had those opportunities, but I don't like that kind of content. So I keep it the way we do to give you more entertainment because you only have so much time. And we figure, why bore you with shit that we don't even care about?
Yeah, I refuse to play some broke dick game on my phone for money. And with that said, Supercell, if you would like to give us a sponsorship, I will gladly tell everybody about Clash of Clans.
Fine. Let's get one from crypto as well. Let's just sell out like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that could be our special, next year.
Oh god, I
love
love the fucking Coinbase like the Office reference they made. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude, that fucking that coin Matt Damon commercial is just unbelievably fucking stupid.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
I hate that
god
one
awful
so much. Like, hey, if you fucking trade crypto with us, it'll be like fucking Neil going to the moon. No, it won't. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna be the same as Neil Armstrong going to a celestial fucking body. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, Matt Damon, and your shitty mustache.
Yeah,
I like your movies, but you're pissing me off, Matthew.
Yeah, you using crypto on your phone is like going to space.
Yeah, no.
You tapping a bunch of buttons on your touchscreen phone while you're sitting there eating Cheetos is like going to space. Really? Okay.
Matt Damon, buy crypto.
I bought a lot of crypto in my life. Last time I checked, my ass ain't never left this planet.
Unlike the motorcycle guy.
And fuck you, Ice Poseidon, for stealing all that money, you bitch.
That was nice, Nick.
Well, you're welcome. One commercial I did love seeing was the T-Mobile one with Zach Braff and Donald Faison. I was just kind of like, oh shit, they're together.
Zach
I'm
Braff
still
is one weird motherfucker, but and if he does anything he does that Scrubs, I admit, I fucking laugh.
Well, yeah, I've started listening to their podcast, and it's fucking wonderful. It really is.
What were you saying, Kendo?
Oh, then I'm still extremely disappointed in Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
I like that commercial though.
Fuck Seth Rogen. I hate that.
I know, but it was
Paul Rudd is one of my most favorite people on the entire planet, and he did a commercial where him and Seth Rogen were essentially fucking, tummy stick twins, and I'm just like, no, Paul, no. Why do you have to hang out with that jolly wannabe fucking clown?
You don't like his laugh? Come on, he's Seth Rogen. Dude,
I hope I wake up tomorrow and find out that Seth Rogen bought a bunch of crypto when he got high. I thought he was going to go to the moon, and turns out he fell off a fucking building.
Well, that'll save you from that Ninja Turtles remake.
It will save me from that Ninja Turtle cartoon remake that I wasn't going to watch anyway, but I already know what's going to happen, and it's going to suck.
For me, the best Super Bowl commercial was the Jim Carrey Cable Guy revival. That fucking got me.
That was a good one.
That was
a good one.
That one was
my favorite part,
great.
though, and this is just a personal aside, everybody had left the room to like go get snacks or go to the bathroom, so it was just me watching it, and no one else saw it. And so all I did is tell them how great it was the rest of the night. Like, the Cable Guy is legitimately one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's one of those underrated movies that I feel most people have missed out on because they think Jim Carrey and a dark comedy, that's just not for them. Look, if you sat through other Jim Carrey bullshit, go back and watch The Cable Guy because you're really just doing yourself a disservice.
No, 100%. I remember being a kid and like watching that movie, and I was just kind of like, this is bullshit because I was a kid and didn't know any better. I watched it later in life, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually really good," and I've enjoyed it ever since. It's really fun movie.
I'm right there with you. I'd always seen parts of it, and then I finally sat down with Hillary and watched the whole thing, and I was like, "God damn, man!" I never not wanted to watch it, but I just never, for whatever reason, saw the whole thing, and I fucking missed out on the serious nostalgia. I fucking love that movie, man. It's so goddamn funny, and then to see him in that commercial, and even though he looks like old Jim Carrey, but he was still doing the Cable Guy fucking perfectly. God damn, it was just, the fucking like, oh yeah, that's a good signal. That was, oh, god damn it. If only Jim wasn't so goddamn crazy, but still, I love you, man. I fucking love that commercial.
Yeah, because like we like as kids we watched like The Mask and then Ace Ventura 1 and 2, and then he comes up with Cable Guy later on, and we're just like, oh, what the fuck is this? This isn't funny. This is whatever. But he's making it for the adults, not the kids, and that's the problem.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see that commercial. I guess I went to the bathroom or something, and I didn't know there was a Cable Guy commercial till the next day when I was reading the reviews of the commercials. Which, by the way, if you ever want to see how much opinions are different, go the next day after the Super Bowl and read the thing about the best Super Bowl commercials and the worst Super Bowl commercials, and you'll find that most websites the list is practically reversed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Goddamn, buying your
With that
new
said,
best friend
the
a fucking
Budweiser
call girl.
horse one was pretty damn good.
That one, I don't know why I thought it was so goddamn funny. I was just expecting them to kill that horse. I was like, I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah.
I was expecting that too. I was kind of like, there's and I love it. I was like, also like there was a lot of nostalgia. Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia in those commercials, and also the Super Bowl, halftime show as well. And I'm just like, what are they doing? Are they trying to just like sell to people? Actually, I guess they've learned and they want to sell to people who actually have money, which is like the 30 to 45-year-olds.
Yeah. Also,
That's popular
another
now,
really great commercial that kind of had a bad message for itself was the Kia commercial with the robot dog.
Yeah,
I really like that commercial too. I also like Kias because I've rented a few and they've always been great cars. But the fact that as the dog almost caught the car, the battery and the dog died. So it's like, okay, I get that what you're trying to say is this plug-in key is really good, and you can plug shit into it to charge it to, revive the robot dog. But the fact that the dog was on its way to its destination and the battery ran out on it kind of makes a bad image for you saying that we're selling electric cars.
Well, I just love the implication that this dude is just sitting in traffic and the body of this dead robo dog comes crashing through his fucking ceiling and lands in the back seat all dead and shit. Like, that would be traumatizing. Like, the dog is like, I'm gonna get in this electric car because I'm electric. Oh fuck, I'm dead. And this dude would be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is especially if you don't know it's a robotic dog. You're like, there's this fucking dead dog in my back seat now, and it crashed through my goddamn sunroof. I guess I'll get. Oh shit, it's electric. Let me plug it in real quick to see if it turns back on.
Woogie.
Boogie woogie. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, on the side note, at least the robot dogs, they really can't die. You can always recharge them. They're not.
Yeah,
like
that's a good thing. What? And I love the first commercial of the Super Bowl, which I remember was like the Toyota one for their new battery powered car. But I love how fucking elaborate it was. It was like these two brothers who growing up, one of them couldn't see and he was having vision problems, so the other one helping him. It was like a 5-minute long commercial, like this very touching.
It was a
story.
documentary, a very good story.
It was a doc. And car commercials will always fucking do this. They do it every goddamn year. It's like they will do a touching story to get your full attention. And then it's like, buy a Toyota Camry. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Now
every goddamn year.
Nick, you're not telling people the truth that your favorite commercial was the Nissan commercial with Eugene Levy. And why that was your favorite commercial?
Because
that's
Levy's
a super
awesome.
chat.
He's
You
actually
have to
funny.
answer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I did love that she passed the key the keys of the car and the whole thing to somebody who's actually fucking talented and knows what he's doing, who's actually funny, and he did a better job.
Yeah.
You don't like Pete Davidson?
Does anybody?
I mean, I don't put it this way. I didn't know what the hell a Pete Davidson was before like 4 months ago. He's like fucking Zenyatta up there in the corner. I didn't know what the hell that was either.
She sounds like Pinata that way.
Well, either way, it's just like I was glad to see Gerard Mayo, although they refer to him as NFL legend Gerard Mayo, and I'm like, that right there is a massive stretch of the word legend. Good linebacker, yeah, he was serviceable for the few years that he played, but legend, I don't know about that one.
I just love. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, legend, you think of names like Lawrence Taylor and Derek Thomas, not Gerard Mayo.
I guess he was the only one that was available that weekend.
Yeah. They're like, we need to get a really awesome linebacker to sell our mail. Well, there's this one guy, his name's Gerard Mayo. He could, that's a perfect time. Oh, okay. How good was he? Oh, he was a legend. He was one of the best of all time. That's good. Mr. Hellmans will agree with this too. Sign him up.
Now, going back to super chats, we had one from our friend Xavier DeGod who says, Stone Cold returning thoughts. Now, I thought you guys might want to hold off on that one until we get to the wrestling segment, but if it's happening, I am really excited. I've been watching some old Stone Cold matches because of the rumor, so I would love to see Stone Cold at WrestleMania this year. It's the only thing I can think of. I'm excited.
Oh God,
I think he'll be there. I don't think he's gonna wrestle. I would love to see two stunners. Even though they've saddled Kevin Owens with that finisher But we'll see, man. Get fucking Stone Cold's 50-plus-year-old ass in there trying to wrestle again.
57
What if-
with a bad neck.
What?
What?
What? I got a broken neck.
What?
I'm 57 years old. I'm gonna go in there
What?
and get some stoners and some Kevin Owens. It's like, dude,
What?
my buddy's like, do you think Stone Cold can go 20 minutes? I was like, I don't think he can go 20 seconds. All right. As much as epic as Stone Cold Steve Austin was as the wrestler that he was, the dude's been retired for like 20 years and he's 57 years old and his neck is messed up. It's like, especially if they're going to put him in there with Kevin Owens, it's like, he can't lose to him. And that's just going to, be bad for Owens. Why would you do that? Just have him come out there, say it first, give a stunner to, I don't know, somebody else that, sucks. Have him stun a jabron.
A jabron? Like
Yeah.
Roman Reigns?
Dude. Okay. So I would like to amend my previous statement. If Stone Cold were to come back and wrestle and beat Roman Reigns, I'm 100% on board.
I would scream until I lose my voice. I would be the world's biggest. Put it like this, Dion. If Stone Cold performs at WrestleMania, I am the biggest Stone Cold fan because I fucking hate the rest of the roster.
I don't know. I personally think that they just want the brown Samoan guy to take out the bald white dude with the southern accent. That's what I'm thinking.
Well,
what?
Speaking of which, at Sweet Saudi Money Mania that's coming up here this weekend, the big brown Samoan is going to be taking out another old bald man in the name of Goldberg.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're bringing Stone Cold back for like a couple things, and then that's going to be it. Roman Reigns will take him out, and that'll be it. He'll just be there for a bit, and then that's it. He'll be gone.
Well, see, here's the thing. Stone Cold Steve Austin is smart enough to say, I'm not wrestling Roman Reigns and losing to him. If I'm coming back, it's because I'm going to wrestle somebody and win. I'm not fighting Roman Reigns. He's not coming back to job.
I hope so, man. I really hope so.
Whereas Bill Goldberg, on the other hand, he comes back every few months, cashes in his Goldberg in the bank contract, and declares himself up for a title match. Then he goes out and, lately, he's just been, counting the lights at Sweet Saudi Money Mania.
Oh, the way that Goldberg tells it, he's doing it for the kids. He's doing it for the fucking kids. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
No, he's doing it.
Bill Goldberg.
He's doing it so that way he can give money to his kid.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a reason his last name is Goldberg. Okay, come on now.
Yeah. Bill Goldberg is one of the fakest fucking dudes in pro sports right now, and I cannot fucking stand him. I cannot stand that dude.
By the way,
Bill
Nick
Goldberg can kick my whole ass.
Nick pointed out that his last name is Goldberg, yet he's going to, wrestle at Sweet Saudi Money. It's like,
I wonder if the WWE told him it was just a fake name.
Yeah, they called it the Saudi Prince. Like, well, we still can't get Yokozuna and Ultimate Warrior like you've requested multiple times.
That fucking
is a true story. But we do have this guy. You remember Bill Goldberg? He's not really Jewish though. He just played one on TV, and then we're gonna make him lose. And then they were okay with that. Then they're like, oh, he's not a real Jew. He's a fake Jew, and he's gonna lose. So it works. It fits the narrative we've crafted for our country.
I don't know if you know this, Kendo, but Bill Goldberg played in the Georgia Dome. I don't know if you knew that.
I heard that before, that Bill Goldberg is a former NFL player.
Really? Because it's really funny because I also heard that on the way to the NFL, he played in the Georgia Dome.
Get out of here. No, really?
Yeah, man.
I don't believe
crazy shit.
No, there's no way.
There's no way that we heard that millions of fucking times, did we, bitch?
Yeah, every time they fucking bring it up.
Folks, we will have a review of Sweet Saudi Blood Money number 98 over on Patreon. Join us over there.
Number 98.
Dude, they're all bullshit. Yeah. I'm only watching it because it has WrestleMania implications, and it's a Saturday morning, so it's an excuse to get up, eat a breakfast.
And this year it's got even more because they're doing Elimination Chamber. Yeah, if you heard it here, folks, they're going to Saudi Arabia to host an event called the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I feel safe this weekend.
Hey, but girls can be there the second year in a row. They just, can't show any fucking skin.
Yeah. The women will be wrestling again in their size 7XL t-shirts. Yeah. I mean, that's the one concession. They're not forced to dress like beekeepers, but they do have to wear giant ass fucking t-shirts.
Well, that's how Natalia looks the worst.
Oh my god.
Oh, Natalia, you still fine, Natalia. Don't listen to her.
Oh no! I was giving her a compliment because when you cover her up, she doesn't look right.
Yeah,
No, okay.
She's thick as a bowl of oatmeal with some giant natty knockers.
Girl, give you all the protein you need.
Her and her sister are gorgeous women. I am a fan. Their YouTube channel's a little weird though.
They're weird on everything not wrestling. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, like they wrestle each other and it's just uncomfortable.
The nipple
That's
thing
what I
is
mean
so,
by
and then
weird.
fucking the Bella show. They're the weirdest ones. It's like what the fuck are you two doing? Don't get me wrong. I'm always down for you guys showing nipples, but don't be so like weird about it. Fuck.
Now, speaking of weird, Dion, gun to your head. This is from Bear Business 1. Gun to your head, Dion. You go to bed with your dream wife, Yoko Ono, or the Horse Ladies.
Oh,
That's an evil question. Evil fucking question.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
You son, you
he
evil.
had that teed up and everything for you.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
My dumbass
my
is like,
God.
oh well, I'll boom.
Clobbered him.
I got you, Dion. I got you so good.
Oh, don't do it right after the fucking horse video. God damn it.
Dion, it'll be before.
Oh, that's so gross. Ew.
You're mine
No. God. Damn it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now, Basara549, thank you very much. Says watch Powerpuff Girls rip on Yoko Ono and Mojo Jojo.
I've seen those episodes.
They make fun of Yoko Ono.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's easy to do.
Well, yeah.
We might have a movie to talk about later on in the show tonight. It kind of broke my train of thought. Cesario Japan or Caesar Jordan, depending on where you hear him. Mr. Cleo, pick and save. All right, we did read that one, Cesario Japan. We did talk to Mr. Cleo, and we did talk about Bubba Hoe Cake. So Cesario Japan, thank you very much for both of those messages. Redman Production says, what movie-going experience do you remember something before, during, or after the film more than the film itself? Tornado stopped Super 8 mid-film for me. If you guys need a moment, I went and saw Signs and the power cut out before the end.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
Hillary and I went and saw Watchmen in Fort Lauderdale, and the fire alarm went off before the end of the movie.
My friends and I went and saw The Dark Knight Rises like the day that it came out, and everyone was all freaked out that something bad was going to happen because that dude shot up that theater. And like partway through the movie, their air conditioning units kicked on. They were right above the theater we were in, so you heard these loud bang sounds, and everybody started to fucking freak out.
Oh, whoa.
That's wild.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude.
What was it? I remember seeing it was the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre that came out in like, I don't know, like 04 or 05 or whenever the hell it came out. Do what now?
The Jessica Biel one?
Yeah, Jessica Biel one. Yeah. Went to go see with some friends and had to take my friend's girlfriend home because her ride left her or some shit like that. Had to go down some crazy old, like side road, dropped her off and then tried to drive back the same road, and like we got a flat tire in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I mean the middle of fucking nowhere. Like our cell phones barely worked.
Did they ever find you?
No, Jeff, I'm a ghost.
Did you make it? Oh shit! No wonder you're everywhere.
Yeah. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, this is great, and so I was waiting for a chainsaw. I was waiting to hear a chainsaw in the fucking background somewhere. I was like, this is where it happens. This is where we die now. I was like, no, but somebody. I think my friend got signal somehow. He walked on the road a little bit, and he got signal and called somebody, and we were able to, get a ride back.
What about the banjos?
Oh, that's another story for another day.
Ba-da-dum-dum-dum.
But here's the thing. I'll actually tell that story. I'm not going to be like, what's her name?
Oh, who?
Got a pretty mouth, boy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is when I went and saw Joker the night it came out, and I was there when a bunch of incels rose. Wait, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah. We were told Joker was a dangerous movie, yet Joker made just the same amount of money as The Rise of Skywalker, a Disney picture that had $250 million behind it when Joker was made for only $64 million.
And did it happen to make $1 billion, Jeff?
It happened to make $1 billion, Dion, to the point where people are surprised that a movie so cheap could be so successful, and it made everyone reassess how they make superhero films. Exactly.
I'll be.
Yeah, that's why we're getting Bat Pat right now.
Yeah,
dude. Did you see that AMC gave Bat Pat a special classification because it's you saw the AMC Arts Technica or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Only Joker has that award. So, are we gonna get this artistic Batman movie and we're all just crazy? Or are we ready to watch more people huff their own farts because they made a Batman movie that's trying to be like the Nolan Batman?
Listen, I hope it's like Joker, but I think it's going to be a fart huffer.
Number two. Because Joker was already intriguing when it was announced. It's just kind of like, oh, it's a story about how Joker kind of became Joker, and I was like, okay, this is going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it was very riveting, and and it was a slow burn, but it was a good one. It was really well done. This seems to try to just milk the shit out of it because I don't know, we keep hearing like really weird stories from set. They keep releasing all the toys for it already, and I don't know. I'm just not feeling Batman. I'm just really not feeling it. I'll probably go watch it at some point.
If it was
there
rated
you go.
R, I'd feel a lot better about its chances. But the fact that it wants to be Joker and it's PG-13, that's what has me worried.
Yeah, the fact that the DC, who can go R, doesn't go R for this, says a lot.
Yeah, because I'm sure. Said, go ahead.
God, I'm sure they're going to release the unrated version on Blu-ray and DVD and other bullshit like that whenever it comes out. It's going to be $5 more for the unrated version, some shit like that.
Well,
man.
We'll go see this movie for the channel. I have the Regal rewards, so all movies are kind of whatever. If I pay my fee, it's all covered. So yeah, we'll have a review for this probably fairly early. I'll see what times my local theaters are going to show it, and I'll go review it as soon as possible. What I need to do is find a way for us to become press so we can do all these stupid screenings because they happen right down the street. I just don't know how to get in. Well, I know how to get in. They just won't let me stay in.
Right.
Well, I'll
your big ass is hard to hide.
I'll see. I'll see if I can call in a favor, Jeff, and see if I can make something happen.
I appreciate that. Now, we're going to read one more super chat, and then we're going to get back into... Actually, we're going to read two more, and then we'll get back into the show. First off, from our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve, he says, "Hail BSing Overlords. Did you get my email with the Dion posters and the McDonald buttons?" We did. We're going to show the poster right now, Ninja Lawyer Steve, because Dion, you are still a star. And did you realize that you're about to be starring in your favorite film, My Black Ass 2000?
Oh.
Fuck yes.
Oh my god.
Fuck yes.
He's Frankenstein?
Here's the sequel, My Black Ass 3000.
Let's go.
Now, this one's not true. My black ass can't jump. Dion's black ass can jump, but you can't kip up. Isn't that correct, Dion?
Exactly. It's all a matter of perspective, really.
Yeah. Not letting the homeboy hang there. Up next is my favorite riff on Harrison Ford's best movie, Dion Green and Hesh, or Hesh, as we say. 6 days, 7 minutes with My Black Ass.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Listen. Let's be very, very clear. If Dion had to listen to Anne Heche for 2 days, he would cannibalize her real quick. It's like, all right, she tastes it real good. Fuck
I
this.
know. She's a white woman. I think she'd be okay.
Yeah. He would get as much out of her as he could.
Okay, 3 days. I'm sorry, 3 days. So.
I think Dion can make it all 6 days and 7 nights with her.
Yeah, she's putting out. He can.
Yeah.
We're gonna see which team you play for tonight, Ann.
Well, look, ultimately, she ends up with a husband. But 1997 Anne Heche, where she was dating Ellen DeGeneres, I just didn't know what she saw in Ellen DeGeneres. Anne Heche isn't like a 10, but Ellen DeGeneres, what the fuck?
Well, popularity is a very enticing drug, my friend.
She dances.
Well, with wolves. Up next, Dion, you won't like this one, but get my black ass out of here.
Oh, that was a spicy meatball. That was a spicy meatball.
Yeah, that was a spicy meatball. Holy shit.
Now here's Santa Claus's Christmas Circus starring my black ass the clown. Dion, I didn't know you were into the rodeo lifestyle.
Clearly.
Listen, man, surprisingly, the money is good.
Well, here's more from Master Video presents Chester, the films of Novell Turner. The films of Chester Novell Turner. My black ass devil doll from hell. Tales from the Quad Dead Zone. Yes, I know Tales from the Quad Dead Zone.
Fantastic.
Oh man, the true mortal enemy of Paul Feig in his movies.
Black people?
Well, it's a Cadillac.
Dion Green, it's Star Wars, my black ass. There you go, Dion.
I'll be the Sith Lord we all need, goddammit. Let's go.
This is my favorite movie, Kissing My Black Ass. There's always three sides to every love story.
Oh my god.
Oh, when you're a
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yes.
I used to own that the real version of that movie. I used to own that.
Why'd you get rid of it?
Oh shit.
It's literally
so
called
good.
Black Rage. Is all it is.
That's so good.
So we
there
have
we go.
paid for the ultimate price for her curiosity. Angel above, my black ass below.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh my god.
Now, Dion, if you were gonna voice a vagina, how would you sound?
Ooh, you know what? I had to do some serious.
No. You have to do
That one distracted me.
You have
I think I'll go for a gruff.
No. You have to
Man
do
of the
the
people voice.
black gas station attendant. That's the voice you do for the vagina.
Ooh, yes, yep, perfect.
With the cigarette on the lip. That's what you do.
Perfect.
That's the voice you do.
Oh, so we have this film, at last, the most controversial shock story of our time, finally reaches the screen. Stan Borden presents My Ass as Black, conceived in love, delivered into hate for mature audiences.
Oh my god. Wow.
Why is the white lady a cartoon?
Let's get that Oscar, goddammit. Let's get that Oscar.
Well, Dion,
Yep.
if you can't win an Oscar, you can at least make a lot of money with your sequel to My Black Ass Returns.
Let's go.
Well, at least it's with the sexy Catwoman.
Yeah,
Michelle
listen,
Pfeiffer
I get to
Catwoman.
make a movie with white gold. You goddamn right.
Now, what is your question?
Oh, hey guys. Sorry to interrupt your show, but I did have a question that I thought you guys might be able to help me with. So I'm making a Lord of the Rings video, right? I'm taking the very unpopular stance that it's okay if you made the Lord of the Rings TV show with an 100% white cast. And to illustrate that point, I'm thinking about making my thumbnail look like Gandalf is in blackface. Is that too far?
You gotta laugh right away.
That's on you. That's on you.
I didn't say no.
I don't see a problem.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm okay with it. Because I know it's fine. But I'm just like, you do what you want.
I get the point you're trying to make. Susan might not like it though.
Yeah, or Karen.
Oh, okay. Because I want to piss off Karen, and I want the rest of y'all to get it. Okay.
No,
So-
no, yeah. No, we're cool. We get it. No, we get what you're doing, 100%. But like,
Just know that the response is going to be an all-out blitz. Just know that.
Well, how do you feel about it?
Listen, for stuff like that, it's all dependent on what the point is that you're making. I get the point that you're making. So, I don't have a problem with it at all. I just, you just have to be very aware of
So
the,
what I'm
like I said,
hearing is
response.
that I should do it. What it
just be
sounds
ready
like
to
I
explain.
should do for it, and that I should maybe pick up Aragorn and Gimli in blackface as well.
John Rhys Davies, no.
Well, the thing is,
You
all right.
found
So
my
here's the thing: you can totally do it and get away with it because you are a woman and you are of the Jewish persuasion. So you have two things that you can use to shield yourself from any incoming criticism. I could not get away with it, but
I
you
think
could.
I have one more. So it turns out, actually, as
Hold on, look at this. My black ass forever. We're all here.
I'm the
Oh my
Riddler.
god! Why am I Robin? Why am I Robin?
Why aren't you Robin?
That's true. And also, I love that Kendo's Riddler.
Yeah, Jeffy face.
Can you
I
zoom in on that? Make that bigger, Jeff. That's fucking.
I love this.
I want that for my
I
fucking phone.
don't want to have
The
sex with
wallpaper on my
Dion.
phone.
I love that.
I'll
one
send you
so
the high
much.
resolution one.
Oh,
Is that
please,
Send me
Jesse-
that,
please.
dude. That's fucking
Wait, is
awesome.
Jesse Nicole Kidman?
Yo.
Yeah.
I don't want to get it on with Dion. Sorry. I should have been.
I promise you that wasn't my first thought. Trust me, you have nothing to worry about.
that. Good. I
What?
feel comforted.
Why am I getting attacked by cats? Let's
I
get
don't
these
know.
cats out of here.
Come on, boy.
I don't know. Pussy loves you, I guess.
That's such a great fucking.
When is that
poster.
video
It's
going
a
to drop,
good
Jesse?
poster.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
All right, folks, check out Jesse's blackface Lord of the Rings title.
I'm definitely checking that video. That's for goddamn sure.
That one is going to need a lot of support for when the people try to come after it. So get behind it.
Listen, the point that she's making is going to be fine. I think, especially with fucking again, Lord of the Rings opened that door. That's a
No, they did. They did. They really did.
It's a discussion starter. So I think she'll be fine.
By the way, did you hear what Jeff Bezos was doing? I think in Denmark or whatever with the bridge.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
fucking
having to take
stop. They gotta take it down.
take it
Yeah,
apart. So
yeah.
he can sail his
It's a
yacht.
historical bridge they have to take down to make his yacht fit through.
My thing
And the
is,
town's
why
gonna
would you
get
build a
rotten
yacht
eggs
that
and throw it on
big?
its yacht if they do it.
Yeah, why would you build a yacht that big on the other side of the bridge? Why wouldn't you just build it on?
You've
somewhere
got
where
the most
you don't have
amount
to
of
worry
fuck
about
you
it.
money ever.
It's like, no, build that bridge, on the coast someplace, like a shipyard, not, down one of our canals by the dikes.
Oh. Don't put your finger in there either.
Yeah,
That's
never-
right.
You're in the
never,
boat?
Yeah, never go down to the canals and put your finger in a dike. It's weird.
Now,
Or it can be the best Saturday night ever.
the weirdest.
Flip of the coin.
I'm trying
boys. Flip of
to
the coin.
make sure that YouTube doesn't fucking flag us for that.
Now, let's talk about something that YouTube might flag you for. John Cena.
Oh god.
You guys heard of the news?
Did he apologize in Mandarin again?
No. James Gunn says Peacemaker is bisexual because of John Cena.
Oh, come on.
He turned Christopher Smith into a hypersexualized dude that's open to anything sexually.
Well, I mean, for a long time of
here's
his
the-
wrestling career, people were calling him certain words. So
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. In the show, he's not. He goes after one group of people the entire time.
They do that after it comes out every goddamn fucking time. Because
You're
again,
right, they
and
do.
And fucking James Gunn, and again, I like the Suicide Squad, and I like that dude's movies, but to my previous fucking point, that they want to pretend that they give a shit about this so much, especially James Gunn, who talks too fucking much, who wants to be this fucking martyr so goddamn bad. And again, we don't need to say this to buy people because they're actual people, and they already said this shit. I bet you. When he said this shit, but he didn't have the fucking stones to do it in the goddamn show or the movie. But afterwards, when it's come out and everybody loves it, now he's fucking bi. And it's like, and again, no one has an issue with that. But this retroactive activism bullshit, it undercuts everything you're trying to fucking do. You're not taking a risk when you do it after it fucking comes out. The risk is doing it in the goddamn moment. If he cared so fucking much, he would have done it in the moment. This is more hollow worded bullshit coming from some dude who thinks he knows every goddamn thing and doesn't have the fucking guts to do it when it matters. This dude is full of fucking shit, and people like James Gunn who do this shit do not care about you. Period.
Now, it's weird how they announce this or they talk about this right as season 2 gets confirmed, and then anyone that questions it is a bigot. It's like, I don't care either way. It's just,
well, I mean, like that really sucks to see. Like it's a legitimately fun show. I've been watching it. I've been watching all the episodes. It's a legitimately fun show. Now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end season 1 and never pick up season 2 because of this now. Because they're gonna retroactively do this shit.
Like, this it's just like, why? And again, as much as I love referencing that period of time in pro wrestling, that the promo that The Rock cut on John Cena is one of the truest fucking things in the world. You know, the reason why dudes don't like you is because dudes, real men, know that you're full of shit. And this is exactly the same type of situation. Yeah, they smell a phony exactly. And James Gunn is a phony fucking punk. And listen, I get it, man. Like, that's the flavor of the month. And listen, we all want everyone on whatever spectrum to be fucking respected and have equal stuff. But this is the most undercutting bullshit. He waits till after the shit comes out. And listen, we can smell that phony fucking punk a mile away every goddamn time.
Yeah.
He's gonna give his brother parts and shit more than he's gonna give someone who's openly out.
That's 100% true. 100% true. 100%
He
true.
doesn't give a shit about this stuff. He's gonna fucking have his brother and something in the background way more before he has someone else that's a legitimate activist than anything. And it's just bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
Yeah, and it's weird as well because like for like the first few episodes of him, like, you know, getting the team together, getting the trust, and like, you know, coming out of jail and this whole thing and coming back to society, all he wanted to do was bang females. Like, that's been the whole fucking thing. He's been hitting on the blonde chick in the group the whole fucking time. He's never hit on any of the dudes ever. So I don't know where this is all of a sudden coming from. Like towards the in the second season, like it's fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. It's not on brand at all for this character. It doesn't make sense.
That's the message we're trying to convey, folks. If a show does something that's on brand, no one bats an eyelash. But after the fact, you add this shit in to try to gain bonus points, or maybe you didn't get enough people watching on streaming, so you're like, ooh, maybe we'll make this, whatever. It's all about what you start out with first. It's the same thing with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, Mac was always gay. Mac was written as an insecure dude who wanted attention. Well, and devolved into being fully gay. Like, but you know what? That's fine. You write a show where you do it, where it gradiates into that, and it's still funny. This is a different situation where it's like, oh, we're just going to switch it for the next season. And Nick, you said none of this is hinted at in the first season, correct?
Correct. 100%. 100%. I watched all the episodes, not hinted. Another thing is Breadman Productions has a little comment here. Isn't Constantine bisexual in the comics? He is. And they never hinted to it in the movie nor the show. And once again, like, that's a character trait that's from the very beginning of the comics, from the very beginning of the series. He's always been that way. I have no problem with that. That's fine. Whatever. It's cool. I could give a shit. It's part of his character. It's part of who he is. They also they also couldn't have him smoke either because, you know, smoking's bad for kids. They don't want to perpetuate that. But it's kind of like they didn't do the other one either. So it's weird.
Now, speaking of the other. There we go. My phone. Sorry. I was getting a call.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, was a truck backing up? What happened?
I'm backing up. Oh, God. I fucking hate garbage trucks when they back up. They make that stupid beeping noise right outside of our window and ruin so many shows. Better than the old car. Remember the old cars that used to rip ass down the street?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It was like, all of a sudden Vin Diesel knew your fucking podcast was on. He's like, I'm going to take the family out for a drive and just keep doing donuts around your fucking place.
Back when you were in Cincinnati and your fucking outside sounded like a flight deck.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's always room for family.
Oh, God.
Now, let's talk briefly, since Dion, you brought up the name of the movie title, Suicide Squad. There's talk and a scene from the Ayer cut, or the alleged Ayer cut. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Mm-mm.
So, Suicide Squad clip includes a very different Harley Joker moment. A clip from the Suicide Squad shows an alternative version of the Joker and Harley scene. So, posted on Twitter by the Film Exiles, a clip that shows Joker berating Harley after picking her up via the helicopter in the Suicide Squad. The theatrical cut of Suicide Squad, they board the helicopter, which Joker is hijacked, and the two kiss and act lovey just before Amanda Waller, Viola Davis, orders the vehicle shot down. The theatrical version does not show Joker chastising Harley. Blah, blah, blah. So basically what this is more high-quality scenes that are showing what could be released in the Ayer cut. And I'm going to show this in just a second. Do you guys think that little nuggets like this are going to be enough? Was the Snyder cut successful enough to get an Ayer cut released? Or is this just fans hoping, screaming down an empty void?
That one.
Yeah.
I do think the Snyder Cut thing was just enough to get this to become a thing for sure. That all being said, not every fucking release is gonna have a director's cut that alters the whole fucking thing. A lot of people wanted Suicide Squad to be good, and I think that dog just doesn't hunt. That movie just wasn't fucking good, and no bullshit with the Joker and Harley is gonna fix that.
Well, unless it's unless Harley goes once again, unless Harley goes to a strip club, nobody's gonna care.
I mean, she started in the beginning, and I'm down, but Joker trying to pimp her out to Common just wasn't cool.
Yeah,
and I mean, from what I remember in the cartoon and the Harley Quinn Joker relationship, that's never anything he does. Like, he'll send her on missions to like dress up as a normal person and be like, be a secretary or a nurse or something like that, but it's never like he's going to like pimp her out. Like, that's never a thing that happens. He'll put her in danger happily, but never like pimp her out.
It's just wrong and weird.
Yeah, it's funny because like he'll put her in danger and berate her and leave her to die, but like for some reason like that's wrong. That seems like too far. It's weird. It's weird how your mind works and like can justify certain things.
So let's take a look at the clip because why the hell not? Can you guys hear it? Hold on, let's get some sound on it.
Yeah, we cannot hear it.
The shit that I do for you. We're gonna talk.
Oh, that's enough. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like,
So I would love for a guy like David Ayer to have the satisfaction to have his work seen, because David Ayer made End of Watch, and I thought that was a really good movie. But I don't think Suicide Squad, no matter what version's out there, is a good movie. You guys just didn't do it right. From the trend chasing to the hot topic direction of art to the studio direction to make your trailer, a music video, and then make your movie more like your trailer. Like, Suicide Squad fell apart at every step. And I don't believe anywhere is enough footage to piece together a version of that film that's enjoyable. The Suicide Squad James Gunn's version exists as a redo, a mulligan of that movie. So the Ayer cut would never be for me. It would never be a movie that I need to seek out because the first version sucks. And it's not good. Look, Batman versus Superman is not better in the R-rated cut. It's just more boring shit. The Snyder cut is not any better. It's different. It's longer. It's about the same quality of movie. Now you can take that as a compliment to the first cut of Justice League or a detriment to the second cut of Justice League. But I put them both on the same platform. They're just okay movies that really are just fine. They're not good. They're not bad. They're in that weird category of I don't want to watch it, but I don't regret that I watched it. And that's where I sit with this. It's like awesome for everyone out there that wants more. If you enjoyed this, great. But I didn't. I thought this movie blew. We all hated this fucking movie. And more of a bad thing is just more of a bad thing.
Exactly.
Well, and listen, and everyone that's shouting out into the fucking void that this Ayer cut's going to be better. If the movie was so goddamn good, Birds of Prey would have been better.
Oh yeah, right. About that.
They copied the same.
Yeah, that's a relevant Birds of Prey was. Jeff just like, oh yeah, that's something that happened. Yeah,
exactly.
it was here and gone.
Yep.
Yeah,
so do you guys? We're gonna do another comic related topic next. Do you want to go Marvel, DC, or Vertigo, which is essentially DC, but it's their adult imprint?
Let's go Vertigo, baby.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, Nick, you sent this over. Do you want me to read about the Sandman, or did you want to take it?
No, Dion sent that over. Dion sent that over.
Dion sent it over. My bad. Dion, do you want me to read this, or do you want to take it?
I can take it.
All right, cool. Here, I'll send you the link again. Or do you still have the article?
I don't have it up, so go ahead and send it to me real quick.
I'll send it to you again. While we're doing that, folks, what is your favorite Neil Gaiman story? I like Neil Gaiman's work, but I don't think I have a favorite. There you go, Dion. Let me pull up something from Sandman right here with Morpheus. There we go. Because this is a show that some people have been waiting for since the 80s. It's a show that I've been interested in conceptually since, my big comic book reading days of the early 2000s. But as we get further and further into this version, I am not that interested in Sandman anymore. So I have a nice image pulled up. Let's pull that up. Dion, are you ready?
Let's hit it, baby.
All right. So let me click on this, and you go in 3, 2, 1.
So, of course, the title of this wonderful article is Netflix's Sandman is, quote, all about reinventing itself. So go ahead and let that shit simmer for a minute. As we're getting into the fun stuff. Expect the unexpected in The Sandman, the upcoming Netflix show that reimagines itself with every episode. During an interview with Empire, original Sandman comic creator Neil Gaiman said that the upcoming TV adaptation is all about surprising its viewers. Now, as I'm sure everyone here is aware, it's one of the reasons why you listen to this show. Anytime a fucking phrase is lauded with an upcoming property, something like it's all about surprising its viewers, when has that ever fucking worked out? Continuing on.
Never.
Well, if you didn't like an episode of Game of Thrones, you probably won't like any other episode of Game of Thrones, he explained. With Sandman, it's all about surprising you. It's all about reinventing itself. It's all about taking you on a journey you've not been on before, end quote. Gaiman also added that the series takes a genre-hopping approach, switching things up with each and every episode. He says, quote, you watch episode 1 and think, oh, I get this thing. It's like Downton Abbey, but with magic, he said. Then you're wondering, what the hell is this? By episode 2, when you're meeting Gregory the Gargoyle in the Dreaming, episode 5 is about as dark, as traumatic as anything is ever going to get. And then we've got episode 6, which is probably the most feel-good of all the episodes, end quote. So again, think back, guys, to all the shows, movies, properties that are based on video games, comic books, novels. Anytime they use something as descriptive as it's all about changing and every episode's going to be new, and especially when they say shit like, what the hell is this, to describe the upcoming show, how often has that fucking worked out? And of course, as this is IGN, the next scene is, it certainly sounds like a lot to get your head around, but that's definitely a good thing. And of course, it goes on to say the Sandman comics were published in '88 by DC and writer Neil Gaiman, a fantasy tale starring the anthropomorphic representation of metaphysical entities. It's long thought to have been difficult to bring to the screen, exploring life, death, and the metaphysical nature of dreams. The Sandman is quite a sprawling epic. So, outside of it being on IGN, the only thing I can say to this is, oh shit.
Well, yeah, and also the fact that Netflix is taking it, and I guess they backed up a truckload of money to Neil Gaiman, and he's like, yeah, I'll say whatever the fuck you want, and he's giving his reigning endorsement for this. Scares me because, like, well, once again, I canceled my Netflix subscription like last month, so I'm real happy, and I'll never watch this, so I'm okay. But Dion, I mean, do you guys know who the Sandman character is? Because I don't.
Yeah, I first read it when I first got to college.
So is he? I mean, does he have a certain sexual orientation? Does he have a certain political leaning in any of the comics or whatever, or what?
Listen, and honestly, I have not read it in a long time. I think I still have the complete set on my shelf, still wrapped up. But from what I recall from reading it, no, I mean he is super powerful being, controlling dreams. It's him coming back and trying to put his kingdom back together. And from what and overall, it's not very political. I mean, a lot of things are I guess shocking, and he does a lot of shit. A lot of the other characters do really cool things, but from what I recall, he's in love with a female, right? So it's not a lot of that androgynous shit that we're starting to get with a lot of these independent properties, like independent comics and shit like that, but no, it's while it's different, it's not superb. It's not super fucking political.
Guess what it's going to be, but he's
right.
gonna love everybody and be really, really political on one side or the other.
I can't wait to see if this one makes it more than one season, because we had Why the Last Man, and I know, folks, Why the Last Man is not in the same conversation as Sandman in terms of quality, but these are all comic book adaptations done in the modern era where the meta narrative around the story is more important than the actual story. I read Why the Last Man. I thought it was a cool concept. All the dudes on Earth die, The comic
Yep.
didn't sound like an SJW trope. It didn't sound like a feminist wet dream. All that shit was in the book, but those evil women characters and those evil whatever characters, they all died. They treated the women characters like they would treat a man character. Woman gets crazy with power, they shoot her in the head. Oh, this chick gets crazy, they shot her with an arrow. Oh, that chick cut her tit off. Oh, this happened. Oh, that it's a really good series. I really enjoyed it. It's got violence, action, sex. It's pretty good. I really highly recommend it. And it's got really good art too. But it's not Sandman level of like Sandman and Neil Gaiman are just next level in the comic book industry. It's high art. And I know why people feel this way is because it is the gold standard in so many ways. And so to see the gold standard be treated this way is really heartbreaking, because you can go back and look at a film like Watchmen where that was the gold standard, and somehow a guy like Zack Snyder got it right enough because the climate that was created in allowed it to be. You couldn't do that shit today.
Well, he also had an instruction manual, which was the graphic novel, which he just kind of, all the storyboarding was done right in a book already that he didn't have to do very much for. He's like, all right, just put them in these costumes that look kind of like this. And we'll cut out a few pages and make sure everything's kind of coherent, not to put enough detail in it so people know what's going on, and we'll make a movie. And that's it. Like he had, I don't give him any fucking credit for 300 or Watchmen, because he had an instruction manual for both of those.
Yep.
And it was basically him just copying the graphic novel. That's all it was. He gets no real credit for those movies. Yeah, he did a good job of making sure they stayed on point and stayed in the story. That's good. But that's about it. For some reason, when it came to major DC properties, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing all of a sudden. Like, he didn't have a clear cut instruction manual for those things. He's like, I don't know what book to pick or whatever. I'll just do one when I feel is good. And he fucked up. Look, I mean, like for instance, his own movie that he came up with by himself was Sucker Punch, which is a 2.5-hour music video, which I have no problem with. It's a background, the things look good, the whole visual is wonderful, the music's nice, but it's a incoherent story that doesn't make any fucking sense, at all. I mean, visually it's really good, but it makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Now,
and I think Jeff said it perfectly. These aren't your standard go-to comic stories, right? There's definitely high art's a perfect way to put it. In a lot of things, the best way that I look at all, especially Neil Gaiman stuff, is it's very thought provoking. So it's you have your standard boom bam pow comics, and then Neil Gaiman was a lot more off the reservation and another more imaginative. Imaginative version of comic characters, or even just the genre in of itself. So even when we have all these issues with comic book movies with this other genre of them, you got to be careful. And yeah, Zack Snyder got it right enough, because he, at least with Watchmen, and 300, he pretty much stuck to the fucking source material, and they're successful. The shit that he did where he's going off the reservation, they weren't.
Easy now.
Sucker Punch is all over the goddamn place, and like I said, I thoroughly enjoy Watchmen. Watchmen was one of the things where I was like, well, maybe this Zack Snyder guy is going to figure it out with the Justice League, he ha ha us. But again, this constant need. Well, every episode is going to be a new thing, but just do the fucking thing that is popular that you're making a movie of. Stop getting cute with something that was already written to be cute. You should not be describing this thing for Netflix as, oh, you're gonna watch it, you're gonna say, what the fuck am I watching? Blah 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 blah. That's not, people don't come back for that shit.
Nope.
And again, it may be good. I hope it is. Like I said, I enjoy Sandman. It's definitely something I'll be reading again to refresh my fucking memory. But this constant need to continuously get cute with the source material. Stop fucking doing it. Twitter's never going to admit it, but one of the fucking reasons why, outside of Justice League, the original one not being that bad, but all this other DC shit that Zack Snyder's wasn't great, because he was getting too cute while trying to copy the Dark Knight trilogy.
Well,
just do the thing.
Well, I'm glad that Zack Snyder's era of superhero movies are over. I won't miss them, and that's it. It was an era of ugliness. It was like 90s comic books. Flashy, but no substance. The market, the bubble, it all popped, it burst. Oh, but Jeff, the death of Superman sold a bajillion copies. Yeah, but then the comic book industry took a shit for a fucking decade, and shit got, You know what? all these great 90s comics that people like to build up are the reason why some of these companies fell apart and film rights went certain ways. There's really great documentation of how Marvel was basically thrown around as an afterthought for decades by companies. It was something called like Photochemical, this and that. It was owned by a bunch of different people. And in the 90s, they were chasing trends and did more stupid shit. And that's what Zack Snyder movies were for superhero movies, or any kind of comic book movie, really chasing a trend in diminishing returns. People love 300. Okay, cool. Less people love Watchmen. Less people love Sucker Punch. Yeah, okay, he gets a reset because he waits 10 years. Well, people like Man of Steel. Less people like Batman versus Superman. Less people like Justice League. See where I'm going? Like, he's just a fucking stepping stone of like, you'll start, you'll go, and then you leave the genre. Please leave the genre forever. There's nothing left that I think that there's nothing left that guy can add. What's he gonna do? You know, make a darker Superman, make a darker Batman. Like the next Batman movie is gonna be a fucking black screen with people screaming and crying. That's Zack Snyder's take. Guys, you fucking feel it. You don't see it. You're blind like a fucking bat. The movie's an echolocation. Like that's the type of dumb shit this guy would sell. And Warner Brothers and his dumbass would get a fucking $800 billion. Look, he's gonna get $1 billion to make the next superhero movie, and it's gonna be all black. That's it. That's the fucking future.
Don't give them dumb ideas, Jeff. They're gonna fucking do that.
Well,
like,
let's
turn the screen black and give you 20 more speakers in there just in a blindfold. It's like, good luck. Here's the movie.
It'll be Batman narrated by me, your old pal Buffalo Jeff. I got bored one night. I was out looking for some kicks, and I saw
send his ass to Arkham.
Oh no! I saw this nice family in an alleyway. A mother, a son, and a child. The end.
Gross.
All right, Dion. Let's look at Thor: Love and Thunder. So we actually had these images way before IGN broke them, but I figure I don't feel like uploading each one individually. But everyone has been talking about the fake Thor and Love and Thunder poster, and now we have official merchandise images. So these are the designs, folks. You want to know what Thor looks like? You want to know what Jane Foster looks like? 100%, no rumors, no innuendo. This is the official SH Figure Arts release, and we have a bunch of these today. So here's Jane Foster. How great does Natalie Portman look? You guys excited?
No.
I mean, it doesn't look. It's not mind blowing. I'll fucking say that.
Yeah, like Thor was my least favorite character out of the Avengers. I didn't care for him. His movies were like very extremely meh, except for the last one was kind of okay, kind of fun to watch. But I didn't like. He was like all of his movies to me were just like I didn't care for them. I really didn't.
I liked the first Thor. I didn't like the second one, and I hate the third one. I know most people are like, Jeff, but Thor Ragnarok is great. If you like it, awesome. Go watch it on repeat ad infinitum. I don't like that movie. I like the end. I like that what it builds up for Infinity War, but I don't know. I don't like dopey Thor. I like the first one. I thought he was pretty noble, and he learned some humility, and it was a good story. And then I like Thor in the Avengers. I think he's just as he's as entertaining as anybody else on the team. But the more we got, like pretty much this Thor from Avengers, Age of Ultron, and his little side story and everything else, he has fallen down the totem pole of importance for me to the point where I'll see this movie, but I'm not going in with like Thor excitement. I'm going in with, all right, let's see where Marvel goes next.
In the toilet.
I got to pass the Regal. I'm not giving them whatever. If I don't go see it, that money goes to some other movie. Jordan Peele? No, but we know that.
Nope.
We have nope. Exactly. That's a fucking trailer, dude. We'll talk about Jordan Peele. Mm-hmm. So we have confirmation though that she's gonna wield Mjolnir. Mjolnir is reformed, so merchandise gives a little bit away.
And the hammer has, the hammer has a gender to it. Apparently, the hammer's a her now. So,
wait, really?
Yeah,
that was the whole thing.
No, that's apparently that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. So Mjolnir is a female hammer now, apparently. And the opposite was true for me. I wasn't a huge Thor fan, because I actually fucking read comics. And then it was the movies that kind of made me like Thor a hell of a lot more. I like the first one. I do like the Dark World, even though it's it's a very meh movie. There's a lot of parts that I think are underrated. And I did like Ragnarok. It's a fun movie. It's definitely not one of the better Marvel movies. It's definitely a bridge film. So I like 2 and 3. I really do. I'm never gonna say they're great movies, but again, jumping from the fucking one trend to the next, especially seeing as they moved Earth, Wind, and Fire to bring Natalie Portman back, who apparently didn't want to be in the goddamn movie. So
what were they doing? I thought they were all dead.
Apparently not. Earth, Wind, and Fire's back, and they're doing the soundtrack, I guess.
Wait, what?
Movie comes out in September.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Speaking of soundtracks, did you hear that John Williams is coming back to do the theme to the Obi-Wan show?
I did.
Yes.
I did see that, man.
Now,
I mean, good for him. Good for him getting paid. I'm not gonna watch that show.
So, legendary Star Wars composer John Williams is returning to produce the theme to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Variety reports that Williams, who is 90, recorded in Los Angeles last week under tight security. Whoop-de-doo, don't really care. I have just watched the Book of Boba Fett, last week, like everyone else. The theme song is garbage. It goes Boba Fett, Fett, Fett. You need to hire John Williams to do a better job, because it sounds like you went to a fucking bathroom at a bus station and you just said, "Hey, hobo, I'm gonna give you $20. Read this line, Boba Fett," and they just repeated it. Like, that's what the Book of Boba Fett theme was to me. John Williams coming back, that's a big deal. But not.
No. What it is just nostalgia bait. Is basically what it is. I'm glad they're paying him. Glad they they're getting somebody good. But that means very little to me for a show that I'm not going to watch. And frankly, is probably going to skew the damn timeline even more than they have now. So
yeah. Now, guys, Kendo, I actually want to start with you, since I know you've watched every episode of this show. How do you feel about Bryan Cranston?
He's a good actor. I really like him, and he seems like the type of dude that'd be kind of cool to hang out with and, pick his brain.
Dion, same question to you.
I am a big Bryan Cranston fan. I love the guy. He doesn't make the greatest decision with all of his movies, but listen, man, I fucking Heisenberg, Hal. Listen, I did think that he was fucking hilarious in that. What was the one with James Franco? That one was actually kind of funny. So I'm Team Cranston.
Nick, same to you.
Super talented guy. Didn't think I would like Breaking Bad, but I fucking loved it. Great show. Yeah, man. He's and the fact that he could do Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad and still and do both genres just shows how good he is of an actor.
So Bryan Cranston is out there atoning for his whiteness. Have you heard about
that? Is Walter whiteness?
Yes. So in a recent interview with the Los Angeles Times, the Hollywood star sought to atone for his whiteness while also advocating for putting limits on the freedom of speech.
Oh no. Damn it.
What? Cranston was promoting his latest project, the stage drama Power of Sale, in which he plays a Harvard professor who invites a white nationalist and a Holocaust denier to his annual symposium. Anyway, the actor believes limits should be placed on the First Amendment. There needs to be barriers. There needs to be guardrails.
Go fuck yourself.
God damn it.
What is this article? Who is this from?
LA Times.
Of course.
Hey, you know what? It's funny. It's like back in the day when we were in school. It's like, you can't use this source or this source. Don't cite them. It's like, all right. But back then, the LA Times would have been one of those sources to cite. Now it's like, oh, who wrote this? The LA Times? That rag? What the fuck?
Right. Like, what are they embellishing, and what did he actually say is the first thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, these are all, quotes. So you can go back and listen to the recording of Bryan Cranston if you really want to. It's weird that another actor is out there saying dumb shit like this. Like, does this win him any points in the eyes of us? I don't think so. Does it make you like Bryan Cranston more?
No. It's just...
I mean, this is definitely one of those where I'm like, yeah, I actually do want to listen to what he said, because again, the fucking LA Times, who knows, but
I mean, when you're quoted yourself. Like, this is an audio recording. Like, it's an interview that they recorded as well. Like, I don't know if it's the LA Times. I think it's the LA Times letting him just open his mouth and say this shit.
yeah, again, that's listen, and again, it's definitely possible, but especially when we hear and quotes and shit and clips out of context, it definitely makes me hesitant. And again, listen, if he's specifically saying limits on freedom of speech, yeah, that's no bueno, man.
That was a direct quote from him, that direct 1-to-1, like his words as he spoke to the publication. So that's Bryan Cranston. I don't, no more Breaking Bad revivals for me. Actually, he died, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah, his character's dead.
Yeah, he is.
And the last season of Better Call Saul starts being shown in April. And I don't think there's anything else that they could do. I mean, I say that, but I'm sure there's plenty they can still do.
Trust me, they could start the Jesse Pinkman show real fucking quick. They could do that.
Yeah, and my ass will be watching it, but I'm not.
Yep.
And he was one of those people that was apologizing for whiteness or something like that in that fucking video.
I'm sorry, but these self-hating white cucks in Hollywood are just really fucking irritating. It's like, especially Bryan Cranston. I've never heard anything bad about him. There's no crazy articles about him being like abusive to.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that he was things like that.
Meth. Well, that's a character he's playing, but I mean, other than that, like
for his family.
Yeah, he's doing it for his family.
He beat cancer. And he got killed by some white supremacists.
Yeah, but I mean the fact that it's this Hollywood thing. It's like especially people who've done as far as we know on the outside, like he's not beaten anybody. He's never been horrible on set. He's never done these things. It's like as far as we know from the outside, he's an okay dude. And then he's like got to apologize. Like you don't have to apologize for shit, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Shut the fuck up and act. Like you're getting paid to play pretend for that's your job. You paid to play pretend. Fucking enjoy it. Do what you're doing. You're fine. You're okay, man. Just stop being an asshole.
The doghouse just ain't gonna taste as sweet on Monday because the whole time I'm like, this is so good. God damn it, Bryan Cranston.
God.
Hopefully Godzilla eats him in the next one even quicker.
There we go.
I'm not like mad. I'm just.
But it's really disheartening because
it's more disappointing than anything.
Yeah,
else. Like dude, we
say for instance, Kendo did this on the show and he was very sincere about it. I'd be like, the fuck is wrong with you? You have nothing. You have nothing at all to. Well, no,
I'm never gonna apologize for being white because why would I? I mean, everybody knows we got it going on. So anyway, No, that's what I equated to it. It would be like you doing it out of nowhere on the show and being very sincere about it. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We've never had a problem with this. Don't do this shit. That's what I would equate it to.
Well, we'll see if this affects Bryan Cranston, if it gets more people to go see his show or watch his show, whatever he's trying to promote. Like, does this get you to want to watch his new series? No, it makes me not want to watch Malcolm in the Middle of it anymore. I'm like, come on, dude. It's almost like these people, for all the people that push cancel culture, you get people like this who say dumb shit, and then, at least for me, I go, it doesn't make me hate your work. It doesn't make me unable to watch their past stuff. It just makes me go, oh, exactly. I go that.
There was a movie with Daniel Radcliffe where he was the FBI and he had to, be undercover white supremacist. You don't see him saying shit. It was a fucking role. It was acting. It was his job. He did a good job with it, and he fucking left.
Topher Grace played David Duke in a movie.
There you go.
Did Topher Grace? I haven't heard Topher Grace say anything stupid. I don't think ever publicly. It's Topher Grace. He just seems like okay.
Yeah, and once again, it was a role he played. He knew what he was doing. He did his job, and he fucking left. That's it.
Okay. Well, the counterpoint to that is Chris Jericho played a Klansman in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie, and he atoned for that by getting fat and bad at wrestling.
It was too much of the bubbly.
Yeah. Too much of a lot of things.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's one of those things where it's like, Hollywood writes those uncomfortable movies every now and again that people want to go see. And it's like, you can choose to be part of it or you can just pass the job over. It's a fucking job. It's all it is a fucking job.
You're playing a part in a movie.
Exactly.
No one really thinks that you really believe these things.
They don't though? Like,
okay,
Bill can't spin that hammer and fly.
That one is true. So
Oh.
so that was the bad example. But other
Oh
things.
God. Well, like for instance, like Alan Tudyk, one of my favorite actors, he was in a movie called 42 with Chadwick Boseman, and he says the N-word like 100 times in that movie.
Oh well, then Alan
Alan
Tudyk's
Tudyk
total
says it?
racist.
Yeah.
he's-
Alan
Well,
Tudyk
yeah,
says
he's playing the racist, one of the fucking managers for one of the other teams. Yeah.
So I mean,
Now-
confirmed at this point that Alan Tudyk is a vicious racist.
That bothers me to think that Alan Tudyk said those words ever, even in acting. Oh,
He just seems so
gosh,
nice.
no. He married a black woman. How could he ever? I saw fucking Firefly.
Well, clearly he's doing it to,
the black woman is his beard. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's just doing this to cover up for the fact that deep down inside, I mean, he's essentially the most racist person on the planet, clearly, and it's been confirmed just a moment ago.
Now, folks in the chat, I see everyone playing the game Ruin a Band Name by adding in the toilet. You can do that with anything. I was originally going to change it to a movie title, so it'd be like Spider-Man No Way Home in the Toilet. That's fun.
Well, make sure also if you've just come in a little bit ago, you press you smash the like button, so more people can see see more of our videos.
Yeah, and then tomorrow, tweet Yoko Ono happy birthday with pictures of Dion.
Well, I don't even know what this means. You ain't black if you don't marry Alan Tudyk.
Well, I mean, if he swings certain ways, what?
Thanks,
I'm
Uncle
just
Joe.
really disappointed to know that he went on an N-word laced tirade and is a horribly racist person.
Well,
Alan
Gary,
Tudyk-
that's a separate.
Bro,
that's
it
a
was the
separate
19
point.
It was the 1940s.
If a weirdly
Give him a break.
hanging piece of fruit, but
I mean, I didn't know Alan Tudyk was even that old, but damn,
Yeah, neither
he
did
looks
I.
good for being like 80, 90 years old. Just such a horrible racist.
Oh God, yeah, it's just shit like that gets me. It's like, and he's a funny guy, and he just did that movie. I'm just like, yeah, I remember seeing the movie. He said it a lot.
Just horribly racist.
He's like, it's he treated it like it was a fucking job. He did his thing. I'm sure he was, and he moved on. That's it.
Hey, Nick, pick a number.
Breaking news tomorrow: Alan
3.
Tudyk comes out and apologizes.
If he does, I'm going to send you $50.
Cool.
y'all are really reaching in this part of it.
No shit. It's called a show.
Yeah, obvious, Dion. Obviously.
Now you picked number 3, right, Nick?
Number three.
All right.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Uncle Ben.
Poor old Uncle Ben.
Oh
Over here,
God,
Uncle
it
Ben.
makes me feel so much better about the fact that Alan Tudyk's a horrible racist.
Yeah. God.
If he apologized, I will like him a lot fucking less if he apologizes for that movie. I'm just like, listen, dude, it's a fucking movie. We know.
Yo, you were playing a role of a guy in the 1940s that didn't want Jackie Robinson to play baseball. We assume they said words like that. It's not. We get it.
I want Harrison Ford's take on all of this. Clearly,
what
the man with
horribly
experience.
racist role did he play that he needs to apologize for?
He was in that movie.
Yeah, he was. He was in the movie.
I think he was like a good guy though, right? Like he was like Jackie
He was
Robinson.
the
know. I
owner,
really
think,
don't know.
That brought Jackie Robinson on there.
Chadwick Boseman played Jackie Robinson and James Brown, correct?
Correct.
He did, and both movies weren't that good.
No, but I was going to make a comment though. You could actually say Chadwick Boseman is the actor to play some of the most black icons.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it 3 in a row? I mean, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Black Panther. Yeah, Black Panther ain't real, but he has a big impact.
Yeah. How ironic would it be to find out that he was racist?
It would be heartbreaking.
It would be heartbreaking. It would definitely be heartbreaking.
But fortunately, we won't have to worry about him apologizing. So then that makes it better.
God. Oh,
My
geez.
soul. Kendo, it's February, man. Come on.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a good thing that we don't have to worry about him apologizing and ruining our thoughts on him.
Okay.
I'm saying you're missing.
Also, goddamn.
You're missing the point I'm trying to make here.
No, we're getting it. Don't worry, buddy.
We need to like zing right over the head button. There we go. Up next, though, our friend, where were we at? Sorry, folks. We're all here tonight. We promise. Basara, we read that one. Cesario, okay. Breadman Productions, thank you. Ninja Lawyer Steve, thank you. Darian217, thank you for both of your very generous super chats. Watching Star Trek since age 9, give or take, I wholeheartedly hate everything they've done with Star Trek since the movies, 2009 onward. J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman have ruined the brand. Everything released is all woke bullshit. I don't like the third one, but, different strokes for different folks. I can't.
That's definitely a little bit of a overuse of the term woke. Again, I think 09 is fine. 2 isn't great. 3 is bad, and then definitely fucking Discovery. And Picard. Definitely, we're trying to do the flavor of the month shit. 100%.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a trailer for Picard where they go back to the 90s or some shit like that. Like they're going back in time in like the current season, I think.
Wow, just like the old Star Trek where they would go back in time to the 40s. And, run into the Nazis and shit like that.
Yeah, they're like that, and that was a trailer I saw on something. I was like, oh, they're doing this. This is weird. So they can't. So well, what that says to me is like they want to make production costs cheaper so they can do it in our current time, so they can save money.
Yeah, we went back in time to the year 2009.
The dollar was stronger.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I don't have as much of an issue with Star Trek Into Darkness as most people is because I don't look at it as trying to replace Wrath of Khan. Not at all. Wrath of Khan's its own beast, its own timeline, its own 100% film.
Yeah,
but it's not. I don't know really what to say because it's not the same. It uses a lot of those plot points in a really stupid way, but it's also not the same movie. So, and it has some decent action. So. Also, too, it ain't. There's been shittier Star Trek movies. I don't know why Into Darkness is the one a lot of people hang their hats on when there are shit Star Trek movies out there. There are worse Star Trek movies out there, but because they feature specific casts or whatever, people overlook it. I'm like, yo, Star Trek. What's the one? Undiscovered Country, where Nichelle Nichols dances and they essentially find God.
Oh yeah,
that's Undiscovered Country 6. The 5th one it's 5 that she does that.
Yeah, that's a stupid movie.
Yeah, that one's bad as shit.
Yeah.
And all the Next Generation movies
of excusing that, because it's like, how we talk about before, like Pierce Brosnan got shit all over because of the Daniel Craig stuff, and hopefully he gets his due. I think that's the case of that. It's like anything involving the original Star Trek cast gets a humongous pass from everybody, and it's like, oh, we gotta rip on the new stuff because the old stuff's classics and it's all gold and you can't touch it at this point. It's like, no, there very well could be some bad movies in that mix.
Which is weird because for the longest time the joke was the even numbers are the good ones and the odd ones are bad.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong there. I think some of the Next Generation movies, not all, some of them are, not all of them are great. We'll put it like that. Star Trek is a sliding scale of quality, just like every other franchise.
I remember. Well, it was when I was a kid and I was really into Star Trek. I remember when Generations came out and I freaked out. I wanted to go watch it in theaters and I loved it. First Contact was okay. Insurrection I think was pretty dumb. Nemesis was pretty dumb too.
First Contact's the best of all the new Next Generation.
First Contact was really fun. It was super fun.
Yeah, that's the best one because the other ones are just like, Generations is. I love Generations, but like Insurrection's so bad. Nemesis is so bad. Plus, it's when Tom Hardy was on heroin, so it's like.
It's always a sign of a good quality movie when the leading actor is all jacked up on the H.
Is that why you guys are John Lennon fans?
No, I don't think it's okay to hit women.
Ouch. I was just going by what I had heard from Jesse about his heroin addiction, but oh well. Moving on, our friend Darian217 also, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, my early predictions for Star Trek Prick Hard Season 2 is that it's going to be all about the 20 through 2024 election with more SJW preaching.
Oh my God.
That sounds very on brand for
if they're going back in time to that time, holy shit, they're probably going to do that. Oh
now,
my God.
Is Prick Hard sponsored by Blue Chew?
It might be.
They might have to sponsor the fucking show so they can make some money and get it over.
Dude, the other day I don't remember if I was yes, I was watching something on Tubi, and a little commercial pops up before the movie, and it was a fucking Blue Chew commercial.
How to make
Man,
you
I was
feel?
just it was a surreal experience because I'm used to hearing Blue Chew being talked about during live reads of Conrad podcasts, and to see guys acting out a commercial advertising Blue Chew, I was just like, wow, this is weird. I don't hear Conrad's voice, and they're talking about getting your dick real hard, and I'm just like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just like, I gotta let this 15 seconds go away and see what's the next ad.
See, Darian 2 and 7, I look at a lot of this Star Trek, the newer stuff, and then I compare it to the 09 stuff. I don't know how that one would be a woke movie. Like, they didn't race swap anybody, right? They didn't gender swap anybody.
No.
Look at it, like Uhura is black, maybe John Cho isn't the right Asian, right? Isn't Hikaru Sulu Japanese or something? Is John Cho of Japanese descent? Like, are we worried about
he's South Korean?
That's the thing. Like, if the movie ain't woke in that regard because they don't go out of their way to make sure that the actors are the same nationalities or this or that or the other. All these movies have problems. All movies do, unless it's Back to the Future or Star Wars or something great like that. But I really I can't see this one being a woke movie. It can be shitty. You could hate it. It can be antithetical to Star Trek. I just don't think that argument applies to the first two J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I mean, even the internet was woke back then. They wanted to bitch about Carol Marcus, the scene where she got in her bikini. Oh, it's TNA. It's useless. I'm like, that was woke bullshit that they bitched about from that movie that wasn't there. Remember?
Yeah, and even JJ goes back and says, yeah, it was TNA. I wanted TNA in there. I'm like, good for you. That's fine.
I mean, they do had a.
Don't get me wrong. It's like, yeah, that wasn't needed, right? But yeah, they were jumping against the movie at that time. So,
to be fair, though, in their defense, at that point, and for most of its existence, TNA has been pretty fucking useless. I mean, does anybody even watch that anymore? Then they had to change their name to Impact. It's just whatever.
Hey, man,
Mickey
to be fair,
Jr.
it's a lot better, even though fucking Matthews is still fucking commentating for him. But Christian won their fucking title. I was like, okay, maybe y'all ain't completely full of shit.
Well, we'll talk more about them. I mean, nobody in pro wrestling right now is completely unfull of shit.
No,
that's a very good point.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
We're in a very precarious situation right now where every promotion kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I definitely wouldn't say that.
But thank you, Darian 2 and 7, for both your very generous super chats. I hope your predictions about Star Trek Picard Season 2 are wrong. Does anyone really want a Star Trek? I understand that old Star Trek the original series, dealt with social issues in a science fiction package. I'm not so, we're not slow there. But the people that make it are slow. They have forgotten what real progress or change or anything that Star Trek needs to be a part of. What they should realize is we've moved past the point where Star Trek needs to push social change. It worked in the 60s. It had that movement, it had that effect, and it changed the way science fiction was looked at. A lot of the future was changed based on Star Trek's success. But that's its great achievement in that front. It's over. You don't get to pat yourself on the back, and it's time to move on. Put good stories out there. Don't be like the Abrams movies and retell shit. Don't be like this and make actual literal shit. Put the Star Trek property out there and make it good. It hasn't been truly great in a long time. The last time I can remember Star Trek, this buzzer, was in the 90s when you had the Next Generation stuff. It started in 87? So it had already been on for a couple seasons. But Star Trek had a huge resurgence in the early 90s. That syndicated show was everywhere. They were at theme parks. Star Trek The Next Generation was an event.
Yeah, there was even I think the Hilton in Vegas had a 24 hour they started their Star Trek park, and it was there 24 hours. It was there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't reached those heights with Star Trek anymore. I know box office is great. Oh, it made $900 million. Folks, movies come and go. Great as a pop culture leave a footprint. Avatar didn't leave a footprint. How many superhero movies have you seen that didn't leave a footprint? How many movies have you seen that didn't leave a footprint? Probably most of them. Why is Star Trek going to be treated as a property that needs to leave a footprint?
good or bad, like it or not, it has merit, it has value, and it means a lot to millions of people. So Paramount they owe it to the audience to make this shit right. No more. I don't think the audience ever is wrong when they shit on your favorite property and you're dissatisfied. It's our shit. Yeah, don't ruin it. Ayadama, thank you very much. He says, good evening, all. Did you hear that Kevin Smith and Jimmy Kimmel both complained about Spider-Man No Way Home not getting nominated for an Oscar? Seriously?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let's see if Kevin Smith.
We've it's been known for at least a decade now that the Oscars are fucking bought. I mean, for instance, Shakespeare in Love. Kenda, would you like to recite that problem?
Dude, goddamn it! Don't even. Why'd you? Ugh. Okay, so this fucking movie, Shakespeare in Love, that nobody watched and nobody fucking cared about except for foo-foo people that are all up their own ass about their artistic, prowess in watching movies, thought that this movie was any good. However, one of the greatest war films of our time and one of the best war film of its generation and era, Saving Private Ryan, went completely snubbed because they might have won something for other things, but it didn't get the Academy Award, which everybody knew was this movie was the best movie of the year, because they would much rather stick their faces in their own ass cracks and huff their own farts over picking Shakespeare in Love, which is hard for me to say this because I think Ralph Fiennes is a fantastic actor, and his best role ever, and this is bad to say this, was in Schindler's List. He was very good at playing that commandant. But regardless, Shakespeare in Love.
I'm sorry I triggered you, but I did it for a reason. So thank you for that.
You did it for The Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dick just ran me over in the car to do it for The Rock.
Did you notice how he avoided his canceling real fucking quick by just showing up?
Oh no, 100%, dude. He dodged it like a bullet.
He is truly untouchable. The Rock can't get canceled.
Yep.
Well, and like it was super shitty. It was super shitty because like he went he's like, yeah, Rogan's my friend, Rogan's my boy. I'm gonna be in the show eventually. And then all of a sudden the whole N-word thing came out, and he's like, yeah, I can't. I gotta delete the tweet. I'm sorry, I can't support him anymore. It's like, what the fuck happened?
So, do you guys want to hear what Kevin Smith had to say about the Oscar snub?
I don't,
but I definitely would love to talk about it.
God. Yeah.
He just says they got 10 slots. I can't give one of the biggest fucking movies out of the last 3 years. He said, man, it's like, why won't anyone watch this show? Like, fucking make a populist choice. Fuck, man, you got too many slots. Throw Spider-Man in, for God's sake. Let's have him swing in there. Now, this is Kevin Smith trying to ingratiate himself with an audience. I would respond with, hey, why don't you stop worrying about how Spider-Man got treated and worry about He-Man? Like, that's your job. That's your fucking job, right. Kevin. It ain't your fucking job to commentate on pop culture anymore, because you now work in pop culture. You are pop culture. So don't flippantly fuck around and talk about this and that. Do your own work. Make sure He-Man is actually in the show and make sure people like it. That's your job. It ain't your job to bitch about the Oscars because your fucking ass ain't never going to be there for Best Director. What is he going to make? Yoga Hosers 2? Electric Boogaloo? Is that going to win? Is it? No. God damn, Kevin Smith. You open your mouth at the worst times. You're a parody of yourself.
Yeah. The only thing I agreed with him.
So now you're saying that Spider-Man was a quality movie and it should be recognized for that quality at the Academy Awards, right? So you're saying that quality matters, right? You're saying that a movie that clearly did enough fan service in the right way with having all the Spider-Mans of previous generations in the same film, especially at the way that it ended, it is an homage to the original fucking character, but you weren't the same dude that took that same level of care to fucking He-Man, were you, motherfucker? No.
The only thing I would agree with old Kevin Smith there would be where he talks about how they've got too many slots. They do. There's way too many movies that are nominated for Best Picture. It's like, yeah, there's no way any of these 10 movies, at least 5 of them, is probably not even close to being a good movie in terms of the others. And based on the nominations over the last few years, I haven't seen any of those movies that I was like, oh, these are all really good movies. They should be up for the award. It's usually like, let's see, that movie sucked. That was horrible. That looks like artsy crap. And what the fuck is this movie? And usually, what the fuck is this movie? Or the artsy crap wins.
Yeah, and that's and as we know, because there's been a lot of exposés on it. Like, you can buy the Oscars if you have enough money. You can buy the judges and buy them, whatever you want, and they'll put your movie up there, and more than likely you'll win. The more money you spend on them, the more awards you're going to win and probably get nominated for. That's how it works for the Oscars. It's never been a fair and balanced thing. And another thing I fucking hate are the goddamn speeches that the fucking actors and everybody gives. It's like, we don't care. Take your fucking award, say thank you, and walk off the goddamn stage. Actually, don't walk off the edge of it. Give us all a break.
Stage dive.
Yeah, fucking stage dive onto the floor head first, please.
Well, and that's the thing too. He doesn't give a shit about Spider-Man not getting nominated. He's just saying it because he pissed everybody off with his bullshit with He-Man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I mean, and I know people were even mad about the Eternals not getting into the Oscars. I'm like, why would you want the Twitter movie to be in the Oscars? That movie was fucking horrible.
That made me laugh so goddamn hard.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
When that piece came out after it came out, when Eternals dropped, and they were saying how, everyone that watched it knows this is going to get nominated for an Oscar. Holy shit, that was funny. Oh my god.
First of all, everybody who watched it wasn't that many people, let's be honest.
It gets lower every year.
Yeah. Dude. And if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, they didn't think it was that great of a movie. So come on now. Even the critics were just like, even some of the critics that they paid were like, I can't do this willingly. I just fucking can't. I can't give it a good rating.
Now, folks, you can join us this year for our Oscars watch party live. It's our 4th year, right? The 4th annual World Class Bullshitters. Folks, all we do is rip apart the Oscars. We don't sit and praise it. We don't sit and huff the farts like they do. We just sit and have fun at Hollywood's expense. It's one of our most successful nights of the year. Come join us. We've done it for the last 3. We will have 4th this year. And last year, Dion, we streamed with an Oscar winner. Remember?
Oh.
We streamed, folks, with Richard Chu, the man who edited Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you geeked out. It was so funny. I've never seen Dion nervous before, but anybody that makes Star Wars, Dion's like, just nods his head in respect.
Awesome. That was
He's a great guy.
He's cool as hell.
It's fun how, like, the people that I've gotten to interview that have worked on Star Wars are all super fun and super cool. They understand that, 1,000,001 people are going to ask you the same questions, but they're just like, hey, I was a part of it and I made it, and they're proud of it. So, folks, you can check out all kinds of great content with Richard on Mindless Entertainment and here one day. So up next, we have one from our friend Primer. Is Primer next? No. Next up is Xavier DeGod, who says, both Ninja Turtles and Transformers are getting new cartoons. Kendo, I know you have an opinion on this, the Rogan one. I heard you say it on the show. What do you guys think of Transformers coming back? Or are you guys past 80s nostalgia like I am?
I mean, I'm past it, but that franchise needs a fucking W. So I get why they're doing it, but I'm not holding out very much hope.
What about you guys? Nick, Kendo, anything else you want to say about Transformers? I feel like the brand's been dead for a decade.
Dude, it died after like the second or third Michael Bay movie. And then they made 2 more, and then nobody cared. Even though the Bumblebee was good, nobody gave a shit because it was Transformers. Turtles has been tainted because of the newer ones.
Yep.
They're not very good. There was one really fun cartoon with Batman and the Ninja Turtles, which was really fun, but unfortunately, not a lot of people watched that. It was actually quite good. They're trying to bring it back, and 80s nostalgia is dead because it's that era is over. We've gone through that now. It's fun. It was a lot of fun, but now we're into 90s nostalgia, and it's over. That's all I gotta say.
Primer, thank you very much, and thank you for the perfect transition. He says, Disney is now planning to build gated communities for rich people. Meanwhile, Disney cast members are living out their Hondas and eating cold hot dogs.
Oh, God. Yeah, I heard about this. They're building it in Palm Springs, which is like it's already fucking sweltering out there anyways. Like, I'm sure it's like 85 or 90 degrees right now. But
let me pull a picture of this place up. You can stop looking at Kevin Smith's gold brickin' ass. And
it's just fucking weird. I love how they're having gated communities for like the rich. It's like they keep catering to everybody. They're just catering to the rich, and it's making them look more and more. It's making them look worse every fucking day, like every day
for everybody. Remember?
Shit. If you make $1 million a year, then it's definitely for you.
If you can afford it.
Yeah.
I don't want to go live in Disney anything. It sounds gross. Now, Disney launches residential neighborhoods where fans can live. As part of an ambitious new initiative, Disney is launching residential neighborhoods where fans can actually live. The Walt Disney Company is one of the biggest entertainment and media conglomerates in the world. In addition to owning a host of well-respected entertainment and production companies, including Marvel, Lucasfilm, Pixar, and a number of others, Disney is also responsible for a sense of the most popular theme park experience in the world. First opened in 1971, Walt Disney World is now one of the most visited entertainment resorts on Earth. A new report from USA Today reveals that Disney is looking to make a significant investment in a brand new experience, an entire residential neighborhood dubbed Story Living by Disney. The first planned community, Cortino, will feature about 1,900 housing units arranged around a massive central lagoon, which will be built in Rancho Mirage, a city in Palm Springs, California. There is incredible demand for all things Disney, says Josh DeMauro, the chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Products. Our fans continue to look for new ways to engage and keep up with Disney as a part of their lives. This is official concept image.
I love that
becoming real life VOD.
I love so much that they cannot build in like fucking California proper or whatever. They have to go to fucking Palm Springs, in the middle of the goddamn desert, to build there. It's fucking hilarious. They're gonna have to like fucking ship in the water.
Well, I want to know, like, here, let me read a little more because it explains something, and then we'll talk about this. So, the idea behind Story Living by Disney is to make guests feel like they can be part of Disney all the time. In terms of housing, the community is meant to feature an array of housing options, including condos, single-family homes, and estates. But according to the report, no rental properties will be available. Notably, Disney is also stressing that certain neighborhoods in Cotino will be designed exclusively for people 55 and older. The announcements for Story Living by Disney doesn't include any mention of pricing for the accommodations or when the project is expected to finish.
So it's going to be a luxury old folks home? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but retire and come here so we can take all your goddamn retirement money.
Yeah. This is a neighborhood for the fans if they can afford it. It's like, God damn it.
Well, I know that there was a Disney living area in the 90s or whatever, and like I think that one of the channels on YouTube made a video about it and how fucking terrible it was, how much crime there was, how much murder there was all the time. Like the cops were there all the fucking time because there was some bullshit going on all the time. So I mean, imagine that, but on a bigger scale and now.
Yeah,
and in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs.
This is where people like fuck up because it's like the idea that I want to live out my happiest, the happiest place on earth. I'm going to have all my money and I'm going to go live in a Disney neighborhood. To me, I'm like, if I had that type of money, the happiest place on earth for me would be like a house in the mountains where I don't have to see people. That'd be great. It's like, why would you want to move to a Disney neighborhood? Gross.
Well, again, the point, the thing that Disney loves, right, is that, hey, we've got all these properties and you've got money and you want to be around it all the time. We're going to cultivate a little bit of a unhealthy obsession. We're not going to call it that. But if you want to live here and you want to have the safety and security that we provide at our parks, come on and live in our neighborhoods. Come on. You love Lion King and you love having your kids being brought up in an angelic environment. Come give us even more of your fucking money. Only this time you'll pay us the fucking electric bill.
Dude, if a theme park experience is $6,000 for 2 nights, I would be afraid to see what they're going to charge in the future. Like,
dude,
what is it? 1,900 homes? That's a fuckload of homes, estates, and other things. No rental property, so you have to buy.
Yep.
Yeah, and once again, buying in the state of California is fucking ridiculous. It's about 3 or 4 times over. So. And then it's Disney on top of that. It's a Disney gated community facility place. It's going to be fucking terrible.
I bet you.
But when these people die, I can only imagine that 55 and up. It's a lot easier to keep those properties and it going to the fucking families where they do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Well, I was gonna say, I bet you fucking anything that you buy your house at the Disneyland neighborhood thing or whatever it is. Once that thing's paid off, I guarantee you get a lot of fucking new letters and people stopping by asking you about reverse mortgages.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
They want that property
I hope to God somebody sees this as an opportunity and fucks Disney and like buys 20 of them and starts renting them out or some shit like that. I hope they figure out some fucking loophole to do that. I really
they're
do.
probably gonna build it in where you can't do that. You know.
Yeah.
Knowing Disney, I wouldn't doubt that one bit that they're, the price and the requirements for you to get into that neighborhood are going to be fucking crazy, and especially if they want to have an older folks community where, hey, Jimmy Sue's grandpa died. Nope, he can't just get his estate. It automatically goes to Disney unless he can jump through this hoop, and this hoop to keep the property. And even then, whoever he wants to sell it to, we got to approve that shit.
Yeah, and
This
that's
is
the
a
cost of
big-
living on Pluto Street.
Shit.
Well, it'd be cheaper to move to Pluto itself.
Yeah, goofy.
You're damn right.
Now, our next message was from our listener. Let's see. Was it Taylor Hands? Yes, it's from our friend Taylor Haha69, who says, let's admit that Liv Morgan is the reason we watch. Liv Morgan is a beautiful woman. Any opinions on Liv Morgan?
Damn, she's been in some shitty fucking programs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. From what I understand, they are not doing her booking very well. But then again, who are they booking really well that isn't named Roman Reigns or somebody that was famous 25 years ago?
That's true.
He's the next
we
big
started
thing,
we started the show talking about Stone Cold Steve Austin. There you go. There's Liv Morgan for those who don't know. She's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, our friend Ninja Lawyer Steve says, did you get the Dion McDonald email? I did not. I will look in a second. But he says, oh, no buttons. I worked hard on those. Well, we will play some, but we are running long tonight. So Ninja Lawyer Steve, I'll have to check those out and break those up a little later. Let's see. Where were we at next? Our friend Xavier to God says, is Spider-Man overhated? Is Michelle Jones from the MCU better character than Mary Jane in the Spider-Man trilogy? Well, those are two questions that we'd love to answer for you. First off, roundtable. Guys, is Spider-Man overhated? Dion, yes or no?
Overall, I'm gonna. Oh fuck.
Now this is
I will say that
overhated,
certain
not overrated.
Right. I will say that certain entries were overhated. Yes, and I will say that the original idea of what Spider-Man overall, yes. I think if anything, to a lot of people's chagrin, No Way Home reaffirmed that people want Peter Parker and not Miles Morales, and they're going to be very upset about
that. How dare you say that in February?
I'm
sir?
just
How
saying.
dare you?
I'm just saying, baby.
Oh man.
Nick, what do you think? Is Spider-Man overhated?
Okay, you're saying overhated or overrated?
Hated with an H.
No, he's not. He's loved, but we didn't like Spider-Boy, and that's why the first three movies were kind of meh and did okay. And they saw this ridiculous like during all this, these mandates, other bullshit. You saw people actually go to the theater and watch this movie in mass, which proves the theater's still viable. But they wanted to actually see something, and they went, they voted with their wallets and they went to go see it. It's not hated, but yeah, once again, like them constantly just tokenizing him and making him Miles Morales is bullshit. You can't just change his skin color, make him from the Bronx and it's Spider-Man all of a sudden. It's like, no, that doesn't fucking work. I'm sorry.
No,
it's not gonna work. We still want Peter Parker. We still want white, straight Spider-Man. That's what we want. One we all grew up with, one was on the cartoons, one we read in the comics. Tough shit. Sorry.
Ken, anything you'd like to add? No. All right. Well, the second question is Michelle Jones better than the MC? Is Michelle Jones from the MCU better than Mary Jane in the Spider-Man trilogy? I'll go no, because for as much as people want to shit on Kirsten Dunst as an actor, at least there was some semblance of something for the character to do that I was like, all right, well, she's out in the world. She's trying to be an actress. It's like in the comic book. Cool. I didn't really like Michelle Jones as a character because I didn't really like her wet blanket demeanor. She's a type of person I wouldn't hang out with in real life. And that's what's happening for movies, or at least for me, is they keep making characters that are like people that I think suck in the real world. So I just wouldn't hang out with them. So all my movies are populated with douchey people. And I do think Michelle is just a boring character who, like, the idea of Spider-Man having two buddies that he runs around with and they help him out on adventures and shit is dumb. It's like a kid's movie.
It's like a fucking 80s kids movie. It's like, oh, we're gonna have He-Man, but we're gonna pair him up with some kids. I don't want that. You don't want He-Man with some lame kids. You want He-Man in the fucking whatever world he lives in. Grace, I almost said Estonia.
Yeah.
That's where the Goonies live.
No, Castle Grayskull. That's where He-Man's from.
And Eternia. That's the name of the fucking world I couldn't think of.
Yeah.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much. He says it's Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Also, HBO Max might continue the Expanse TV series, and they might pull Babylon 5 from CW and make it themselves.
I've never seen Babylon 5, so I don't have a dog in that fight. I've heard it's really good, and I should watch it, but I've never seen it, so I have no opinion
Anything
on it.
leaving the CW makes me happy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they are dying, and they're going to be sold off at some point, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, Dion, you want to buy them?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, so let's finally talk about. Wait, hold on. One more, and then we'll get. From Watchmen of Yah, he says, "Did you guys hear about John DiMaggio not returning to Futurama?" I did.
Didn't we talk about that last week?
Yep.
Well, we talked about them wanting to renew Futurama, and he
okay.
was up in the air. If he says no, if Bender ain't coming back, nobody wants to watch that show.
Now here we go. From just a day ago, we have the official story from John DiMaggio. Earlier this month, it was announced that Futurama would be getting a revival on Hulu. That was big news for fans of the show. But there was one glaring omission from the list of voice actors: John DiMaggio, who voiced Bender, a character the show simply wouldn't work without. At the time, producers told Variety they were hopeful DiMaggio would eventually sign on, or at least they'd find someone who could replicate his voice. But fans wanted to know what was up. They created the hashtag BenderGate on Twitter, and they didn't want to watch the revival if it didn't include DiMaggio. Even Mark Hamill tweeted in support, writing, "Please be reassured that I will not be auditioning for the role of fake Bender. You are one of a kind, pal." Thanks, Mark. Now DiMaggio has shared why he's decided not to join the revival, saying his decision is tied to being tired of an industry that's become far too corporate and takes advantage of artists' time and talent. Here we go. "Hi, I've been thinking about everything that's been going on these past months, and just to be clear, I don't think I only deserve to be paid more. I think the entire cast does. Negotiations are a natural part of the working in a show business. Everyone has a different strategy and different boundaries. Their price. Some accept offers, some hold their ground. Bender is a part of my soul, and nothing about it is meant to be disrespectful to the fans or the Futurama family. It's about self-respect, and honestly, I'm tired of being in an industry that has become far too corporate and takes advantage of artists' time and talent. Look, I wish I could give you every detail so you would understand, but it's not my place. Thanks again for the love, everyone. Still hoping for the best. In the meantime, I'll be in New Orleans shooting Interview with a Vampire for AMC. Very grateful to be. Thanks."
Oh man. Yeah, I don't blame him one bit, because voice actors get horribly shit on, and if especially if you've seen that he wasn't getting paid what he was supposed to, or what he should have been for the work he did, he doesn't have to say yes. And I love the fact that he's got the power, and he's calling Hollywood out and calling them assholes basically, and just being like, yeah, I need to get paid more for doing this work. So back up the truck with money, and we'll talk.
Now I do want John DiMaggio to get paid. I'm on his side. I don't think he's the star of the show. I think Billy West is. It's Fry and Leela. Bender is one of the main characters, but Billy West is like the voice to me of the show. So I think everyone involved should get whatever they want to get paid, and do whatever you got to do to get John DiMaggio back. The guy is awesome as Bender, and it's like trying to have the Simpsons come back and, well, we don't have Homer or Bart or somebody. Well, then don't fucking bring the show back.
Here's how you save money. Cancel Simpsons. Go ahead and kill the show, and then take the money and put it into Futurama's reboot or whatever that you're going to do. So there you go. Problem solved.
The show had 2 finales.
No, what, Futurama?
Well, it got canceled, and then it got its one finale on.
No. It had 4 finales.
It had 4 finales. Oh shit!
It had 4 finales. Yeah, they tried. They've canceled it and came back a lot. Like people, because I think it even changed networks. It went from Fox to Comedy Central, and then to I think it went to Hulu or whatever as well. And yeah, it was strange, man. It had a lot of finales. Then it had those movies that they had 4 movies that they treated as kind of TV shows as well for a few seasons. And yeah, it was strange. But the ending that we got was great. It was wonderful. There's no need to end it again for like the 8th time now. Just fucking stop. Just fucking stop.
So, guys, on the screen right now is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We finally got to the main topic we wanted to talk about. Batman and Doctor Strange do the multiverse. We're about to start, and I mean start because Spider-Man showed us a little taste of the multiverse, but we went in not knowing about it. And what I mean is the audience. Now Doctor Strange will be going in and explaining more of the multiverse, and I consider this the first true introduction to multiverse on the grand scale. I know Loki's had it on the smaller scale on TV, but this is a big theatrical picture, and they're really bringing out the big guns. They're bringing out, Sam Raimi's directing. Benedict Cumberbatch is an A-list actor. There's 1,000,001 rumored cameos like Tom Cruise. There's so much stuff to talk about. This could be one of the most enriching, fulfilling Marvel experiences, or this could be the beginning of congested movies that up until only a few of them really suck ass. So this might just be, kind of confusing because I don't know if they are able to juggle all of these things yet. To me, this is still too new of a concept to blindly get excited for. But Dion, what did you think of this trailer when it dropped?
I was immediately super fucking excited, man. I think it looks fantastic. I'm incredibly excited. And yeah, even with the taste of the multiverse with Spider-Man, that I feel was a perfect appetizer for Multiverse of Madness. So again, I think there's a lot of room for it to not be great, especially with knowing that Professor X and Magneto, and particularly that version of Mystique may be in it. So if anything's going to bring it down, that's what's going to do it. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. I 100% am on board.
Nick, you have been burned out on Marvel movies for a while, but Doctor Strange being directed by Sam Raimi, who's maybe the greatest horror director ever, does that do anything to change your perception at all?
Not really. I mean, good for him for getting another job through Marvel and getting paid, things like that. Good for you. I hope it's a good movie, but I don't care. I mean, the fact that DC is doing this as well, and everybody's kind of copying this playbook of like, oh, we'll do the multiverse. This way, everything we do can kind of be like, oh, it's just another. And if people don't like it, they can kind of erase and be like, oh, it's part of the multiverse. It was just a glimpse into a universe. If like something they do doesn't work, it's like it's dumb, and it gives them too much freedom to fuck up and then be like, oh, it's the part of the multiverse. It's this thing we created, and we can go and deviate and go and hopefully make the next movie better of something else. It's like it gives them too much freedom and too much like clout and too much shit and too much like room to screw up more. And I don't like it because like Marvel, for instance, or was it last year where they had 4 movies? Only one of them was actually good, which is Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and,
that was
$1 billion, things like that. And the other 3 sucked. We had Black Widow, we had Shang-Chi, we had the Eternals. All 3 were not that good. And now they're gonna do Multiverse of Madness. Good for them. That's awesome. I'm happy, but I have completely lost faith in Marvel because I mean, I just don't care. I just don't care.
Damn, Nick Utam dropping the fucking hammer.
I don't, man. I really don't, because DC's doing the same shit to reset their stuff because they fucked up trying to copy Marvel. And they knew they fucked up, and that's why they're doing the Flashpoint paradox, so they can get the multiverse going on their side too, and be like, oh, it was a multiverse thing. We fucked up. We're gonna do it right this time, and they probably won't. And I have no more fucks to give. I have no more fucks to give.
Kendo.
Well, as I've said since the end of Endgame, I need no more MCU. My MCU tank is empty. I don't need it anymore. I don't need anything to do with it. With that said, I'm still not interested in the MCU, but this movie does have my curiosity. I wouldn't go so far as to say I'm excited for it, that I can't wait to see it. And whenever it comes out, I will eventually watch it whenever it hits a streaming platform.
I have said this about 5 times on the show. I got one of those passes. So again, it's one of those things where I get to see the movie whenever. I like Sam Raimi. I love Sam Raimi's work. I think he's a cool dude. I like Doctor Strange, the first movie. And I've liked every appearance we've seen Benedict Cumberbatch have. Not a single time has he ever shown up and I got, it wasn't as good as the last. I got to give these Marvel actors credit. their performances are fairly consistent. If you like them or hate them, at least in my eyes, they pretty much are the same across the movies. And that's meant to be a compliment. It's not like in one movie, Robert Downey Jr. is an A-lister, and the next movie, he's like Kathy Griffin. No, across the board,
Right.
I know.
D-list.
Now, we're still more famous than her, thankfully. Now, this movie, though, it's looking like fan rumors are going crazy. There's talks of Tom Cruise and John Krasinski being in this film as alternate versions of Tony Stark and Reed Richards, respectively. The Illuminati, which is a group in Marvel, which was it Dr.Strange, Professor X, the Mariner, and Black Bolt?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, and Iron Man. Illuminati comics weren't great, but they weren't terrible. Like, I was reading those right after Civil War in the build-up to Secret Invasion, where She-Hulk's laying out on the table. Oh no, not She-Hulk. They think Elektra died, but then all of a sudden her body becomes a Skrull. So it's like Elektra Skrull laying out on the table, and they're sitting there analyzing the body, talking about, ooh, what are we gonna do? Now, I wonder if people are hypothesizing and theorizing that the Illuminati is going to be in here because we have the upcoming Secret Invasion show that's going to be on Disney Plus. Now, do you think a lot of these rumors come from people trying to piece together, well, this show comes next, and then that show comes next, and that includes these characters? Like, do you think that's where a lot of this is coming from?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is definitely going to be, they think this is going to be the linchpin, the kickoff, the remainder of, whatever the fucking phase we're in, for sure. And yeah, a lot, 90% of it is going to be bullshit, but 100% that's the case.
Well, and also, like, they tried doing this shit, what is it, in phase 1 or in phase 1 into phase 2, I think, where they were trying to do the TV shows and the movies and make everything kind of like be coherently together and like its own, all in one time. Like you had to watch the shows in order to understand the movies, kind of thing, and vice versa. And I think that's just too much for people to do because once again they tried it before and it tanked. The Maggie Carter show died because you had to watch that to watch S.H.I.E.L.D. to watch the movies, and S.H.I.E.L.D. had to like kind of deviate from the movies and become its own thing, so this way it could be its own show because it was getting too much for people to watch everything at once all the time. It just didn't make sense. Like their brains exploded and like they didn't like it. So the fact that they're trying to do this now with their streaming service is really odd. Like you have to buy the streaming service, watch all the movies, watch the shows to watch the movies, kind of thing again, in order to get the whole story. Like I don't know. It just seems too much.
Now their Super Bowl trailer has shown a lot of this movie. More of the Illuminati, more of this. We do have images of that, but where the theorizing is coming in is people are trying to figure out the remaining members of the Illuminati, which would be 5. I guess we should actually tell the audience what Marvel's Illuminati is, Dion, don't you think?
Agreed. Yep. Yeah.
So, all it is the Illuminati are a fictional secret society and group of superheroes appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. The characters joined forces and secretly work behind the scenes. They first appeared in New Avengers #7, created by Brian Michael Bendis and artist Steve McNiven. So Steve McNiven's awesome. Brian Michael Bendis is fine. But yeah, the Illuminati's been around for quite a while. Yeah, I wouldn't call this the best Marvel series I've ever read. It was fun. It was back when I was reading as many comic books as I could because I was so excited by the medium. Plus, comic books were just better in 05, 06, 07, 08, 29. Honestly, up until about 2013 is when I just lost interest. That is when I thought comic books shit the bed, 2013. But the movies have stayed consistent. With the Illuminati showing up, it's exciting enough. They're digging into things that, while interesting, I don't think are ubiquitous enough to get people excited over. The Illuminati are even less relevant than the Eternals as a team, but the Illuminati features bigger superheroes than the Eternals could ever even dream of. There's not a single person, let me phrase that, with the exception of Black Bolt, every superhero on the Illuminati that you see on screen is a household name, and you include Black Bolt, everyone's a recognizable character. So let's see if that reflects well in the film. Now, over on the DC,
and I think the other piece too is, kind of branching off. I think the biggest thing, I still think the Illuminati are bigger than the Eternals, but I think the biggest thing that I remember the Illuminati being a part of was World War Hulk. So I know a lot of people were trying to to say that was what was next up for Marvel, and trying to say that that's what this is going to be. Also, is we're going to get the Illuminati, and somehow we're going to get a version of World War Hulk. So again, I'm not on that train, but yeah, the Illuminati definitely, while fun, not big enough to capture the imagination of the random moviegoer.
Mm-mm. Now, over on DC's front, we're going to be doing this with Batman. Now, Batman is a bigger superhero than everyone except Iron Man in this image right here. I'm still going to go and say that the Marvel brand is stronger than the DC brand to the point where you can put your A-list character in a multiverse movie, but Doctor Strange will make more money because it's connected to Spider-Man, which is like the 4th highest grossing movie ever. It's high. The attention, the excitement, that's high for this one. It's for the last couple of years, Marvel hasn't had it, but now they do. Do I think it'll be great? We'll find out together. But I do think they're going to deliver at least a stronger box office than Batman, which makes me sad. And I'm only comparing it to the multiverse Batman, not the Batman with Robert Pattinson. That's its own beast. Do you guys think that'll be a success? I do. I think enough people will be tricked into an artistic Batman movie, but
it will. I think it. I don't know if it's going to do Batman versus Superman numbers, but it's going to be technically a success. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong, and it's actually really good. But yeah, that Cat in the Bat trailer really knocked it down for me.
You weren't sold on it? Come on.
Yeah.
Zoe Kravitz looks so great.
Just fucking like Zoe Kravitz just isn't that guy, pal. She's just not that guy.
She looks like it though.
She does look good as hell. I'll give her that.
Not the haircut. Not the haircut.
Agreed with that part.
She looks like Demi Lovato.
Short hair.
I'm gonna go talk about aliens and shit. Respect me. Now, our friend Watchman of Yah, we do respect you. He did have a request in that super chat that I forgot to honor. So let me make sure that I press the button right now.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's me, Austin! Oh, son of a bitch!
Gets me every goddamn time.
I love It's Me, Austin.
I love that button so fucking much.
But thank you very much, Watchman of Yah, for your patience. Our friend Xavier to God says that the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre drops tonight. You guys excited?
I keep forgetting that was coming out.
Yeah. Dion's clearly very excited. That's why I forgot about it.
Yeah. Yep. Clearly, I forgot to give a shit about Batman. I want to care so much. It's Michael Keaton. Like, here, let me pull the image up. When I saw this picture drop the other day, I was like, all right, he's back. Obviously, it's a stunt double. But we have a better looking Batman suit. This looks kind of cool if you ask me. What do you guys think?
I'm so fucking pumped. I just hope it doesn't suck, man. But I'm pumped, dude. Let's fucking go, Keaton. Let's go.
We'll see what's going to happen. I hear from my sources that halfway through the movie he's going to be bisexual.
Oh yeah, I heard from my sources halfway through the movie he's going to become trans.
Oh shit.
I heard from my sources that Batman's specifically going to Disney to take out Kathleen Kennedy and take her to jail.
How funny would it be if halfway through the movie, like it's no longer Black Patton, it's like Idris Elba in the suit, like he just becomes black halfway through the movie. That would be like the next level of race swapping characters, just to do it halfway through the movie and see who fucking notices.
It's always hilarious that they weren't jumping at the bit for Batman to be Idris Elba in real life. Funny how that works out, right?
Jeez.
Superman, they're all down for it. Spider-Man, they're all down for it. But Batman, we don't want to change. We can't change him.
Well, dude, I see this image and I go, oh man, that's Batman of our childhood and that's Batman of our youth. And I'm not really mad about that. I like the idea of getting Batman back. It's going to be confusing having like every version of Batman. Like, it's a little different when it's Spider-Man because those came out 2002. Fine. 2007 was the last time you saw Tobey Maguire. By 2012, you saw Andrew Garfield. And by 2016, you had Tom Holland. So over the course of a few years, you had Spider-Man. We're digging up 1989 Batman, who's my favorite. We're bringing back Ben Affleck Batman. So we're going to have this disparate jump, and then there's Batgirl and the Flash and all these other characters. Let me get to the point I want to make real quick. This movie is going to have one character we love, Batman, while Doctor Strange is going to have multiple characters that we give a shit about. So I'm going to see this movie to just see Batman and Michael Keaton, but don't give a fuck about the world. The other movie, Doctor Strange, presents a multiverse that I'll at least give a damn about.
Agreed. There are a lot of chips on the table, and it's going to be very interesting to see where they fall. Because the way I looked at it was this, Bat-Pat was the experiment, and if anything, this Flashpoint Batman has to be fucking good. If not, they're in deep shit, man.
Now, Doctor Strange comes out in May, so we'll have reviews and stuff like that. Also, folks, we're working on our letterbox, so we'll have reviews and stuff like that. If you guys ever want to know, what does Nick think of Strip Club Massacre 98? What does Ken think
boy.
of...
Damn it. God damn it. Talk about triggering.
Well, I'll explain to you why I picked that movie off air. It involves, well, you know why. I'll tell you later. But
okay, all right.
I digress. Yeah, I don't really want to shit on Batman. Honestly, it's a feel good moment to see Michael Keaton come back.
No, it is. I agree with you, but also like the general audience is going to have a problem like seeing Bat-Pat and then seeing this movie. They're going to wonder like, well, was that a timeline that they're starting, or are they doing it with this? Like, what's happening? So I think it's going to confuse the normies more than anybody else, and that's going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem because like once they show Bat-Pat, are they going to come and watch another Batman movie with Flash and everybody in it? Is that going to be the thing? Because it's going to be weird when they start having trailers for it. It's going to be odd. I think it might confuse them, honestly.
I think you make a good point, Nick. I think you make a there I am. Sorry, my mic was messed up. I think you make a good point, Nick, because hold on one second. Shit, the cat.
Jeff's always surrounded by pussy.
God, that goddamn pussy. Just taking pot shots at my boy.
Apparently.
I love the cats are great, but man, they want to be in the office. Now I lost my point. Where was I?
You said I had a good point.
What was your point again? Make it again real quick. Sorry, the cat threw me off.
My point was general audience is going to be confused by Bat-Pat, and then the Flashpoint Paradox will be with Batman in it as well.
I remember it because everyone would say, what about Spider-Man? We just lived through that. We didn't, though, because Tom Holland was already the established mainline Spider-Man. We're bringing back, or we're introducing a new Batman and an old Batman at the same time. It's really, you're kind of stretching this as thin as you can right now, because outside of the only way you could go further back would be Adam West, which I don't think Warner Brothers would be above that. If Adam West was alive and well enough, I think you'd pull that card. You would have had Adam West, then this, then that, then that. Would it have been cool? Would it have been too much? I don't know. I think the Batman is thank you, Miss Ninja Julian. I am dealing with a lot of puss. I think the Batman is the one that's gonna do. I think the Batman will do better than the Batgirl movie because wait, this is from Batgirl, but he's also in Flash. Sorry, again, all these things are confusing. It's like, which Michael Keaton movie is it now?
The next point, yeah.
Like, we're getting mixed up.
You yourself is getting confused, and you're more of a comic book guy than I am. So if you're getting confused, imagine the general audiences when this comes out. Like, they're gonna be like, what happened? What's going on?
I wonder what's gonna be the general consensus of this film. I don't want not that. There we go. That's right. But we will. God, as a kid, you could imagine, oh my God, a Batman movie from this version and that version. Like, as a kid, this all seemed great. As an adult, maybe I'm jaded, or maybe I'm just realistic to the fact that having one version of the character is enough. Like, we're creating a landscape where we don't even build stories. We don't even build people's attention spans anymore. It's like, for God's sakes, you couldn't make Spider-Man 2002 anymore because he's not in the movie for the first hour. It's Peter Parker. He doesn't become Spider-Man until the 45-minute marker. I think that's the first time you can see the damn suit. Attention spans have been shortened so much. Now we don't even have like proper builds to one character. It's like, oh, you don't like this version of Batman? It's taking too long to develop. Here's the old one right now, so you can wait. You don't have to wait. Like, does it ruin anyone else's experience?
There are moments for sure, and I think that definitely shows in the recent comic book movies we've gotten, for sure. Especially when you have it coming from the same studio. Like, again, not to beat on a dead ass horse here, but one reason why the Snyderverse just struggled to get off the fucking ground, because the tone was just all over the place. It's dark and moody. Superman is killing dudes, but at the same time he's saving his mom, and here's Batman, and he's a bad guy, but at the same time he's stepping up to it's just that the attention span thing has definitely fucked up a lot of long-term planning for these franchises.
It just makes me sad.
Yeah, man.
Now, something that makes people mad, sad, and every other emotion in between is the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, which is the hot topic right now across the world. Goddamn, can you not find anyone that seems to like this? You got people upset with the lore, people upset with the visuals, like me, people upset with the fact that it exists, like most people. Have you guys seen this trailer?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
What'd you think? Kendo, you go first.
My honest thoughts were because it was on there in the Super Bowl. I was like, oh, they're making another Lord of the Rings movie that I won't watch. So there we go.
That's a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one. Nick, what about you?
You know how I feel about the Lord of the Rings.
Well, yeah, I'm with Kendo. It's like, oh, Lord of the Rings, don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I watched the three movies. I didn't watch the Hobbit ones, and I'm not once again, like if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, it's cool, whatever, that's awesome, it's great. I'm not. Yeah. And I'm not gonna watch a movie. I'm not gonna watch a show if I'm not into it. So yeah,
right. I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings. I watched the three movies. They are whatever. If you love them, great. If you don't, that's fine. You're in the same camp with me. Stop, because every time I bring up the fact that I don't like Lord of the Rings, people keep telling me I need to watch it in this setting. I need to do this. I need to do this, or I just don't understand. No, I get it. It's a bunch of people fucking walking and talking to throw a fucking midget into a volcano. That's fantastic. I'm not gonna like the movie. Stop it. You enjoy it. I don't want to enjoy it because I don't like it. Stop it.
Now, I am just blown away, though, by the fact that this is a $1 billion show. Folks, this is the first $1 billion television series. I only reiterate the point because we are watching, well, like it's an arms race to see who can throw the most money down a fucking hole. Because these shows of this quality, this caliber, shouldn't be $1 billion. And you go, Jeff, how would you know? What do you know about Hollywood accounting? More than most people. I have seen as many movies as, well, I've seen more movies than most people. We follow the trends. We know exactly how this shit goes down. How does a show from today look shittier than a movie from over 20 years ago and, have $1 billion at its disposal? What did the Lord of the Rings have? Let me look up the budget real quick. Because the original movies together probably didn't, they cost, let's see, $93 million was the budget for the Fellowship of the Ring, 94 for the Two Towers, and 94 for Return of the King. The Hobbit cost $180 million. So, I mean, the good Lord of the Rings movies cost under $100 million each and made a lot of money. These shittier ones cost more and return less. If we follow this trend, this thread, it looks like this new Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power series over on Amazon is going to bring in less viewers and less returns than The Hobbit. I will laugh if that's the case because no one seems to be on board with this. Like, I'm not even a Lord of the Rings fan. Guys, Dion likes the Lord of the Rings more than anyone else on the panel. Even I'll say this. The movies are solid, and they don't need to be added upon. They're great for what they are, and they're one of those few movies that there's, like, nothing to add. Like Back to the Future. There's nothing left to do with Back to the Future. Lord of the Rings, it's done. Fuck, half of these great movies, like, there's a great sense of finality, and you would like more, but you shouldn't have more. Star Wars was like that before the sequel. Before the prequel. Sorry, folks. I know there's a lot of fans out there. Return of the Jedi is a great ending. You don't need to know more. But I digress. But do you think this show's going to pull a Game of Thrones, become the biggest thing and shit the bed? Or do you think this thing's going to just have failure to launch and then shit the bed?
Listen, I liked the trailer. I thought it was okay. And then I found out how much they're putting in this show, and I was like, that's the trailer for how much this show fucking costs. But yeah, I listen. I think it'll be popular. It's not going to be Lord of the Rings. It's not going. Well, yeah, it's not going to be original Lord of the Rings popular. It's not going to be Game of Thrones popular. But it'll be, a quick flash in the pan. I think it's just going to be just under. I'd say The Boys, and not enough to garner what it costs to fucking do. I'll say that for damn sure. I think it's going to be a lot closer to Star Trek: The Motion Picture than anything else.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Dion or Nick Kendo, I know this one is not in your wheelhouse, so we're gonna move on. But I just wanted people to know, like, hey, this is $1 billion show.
Also, with them adding $20 to their annual, Prime membership, I think people are starting to like really rethink how much money they're going to spend on VOD stuff and how much this costs. So they might say, Amazon, I don't really use the video stuff and that much, and Prime is not that useful anymore. I'm going to cancel it. It's fine. So they might do that.
I would love to watch, 55 million people cancel Amazon Prime. I wonder how Jeff Bezos would react.
He's going to fucking drive his yacht through a
very
bridge.
well happen. Very well happen.
Yeah, I'm just getting tired of paying more for like not even
the same shit.
Yeah, I can't say less because it's the same shit, but it really is becoming more valuable to just drop $40 on a movie you like and not keep a streaming service to watch it. Like,
well, it's funny you say that because I actually built I built a test Plex server recently.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I'll tell you the setup. The setup is super simple. It's an old like Windows 8 laptop that I upgraded to Windows 10 so it could get 64-bit. So we can use 64-bit version on the of the CPU. I have a two bay hard drive hooked up to USB 3 to that laptop, so it's like 2 terabyte hard drives, so for 4 terabytes. I have 380 movies on there, and I've been using it, testing and seeing how connections work and like how and all that other stuff. And it's so fucking weird to me to have everything I want to watch in one place. Like, it's for some reason I don't have to search for anything. If I want to watch this one thing I want to watch, I know exactly where it is and where to get it. For some reason, that idea is foreign to me and seems like the best fucking thing ever when I like sign onto my Plex server and want to watch something. It's weird. Instead of having to hunt for it or go to my phone and like put it into Google and be like, oh, where's this thing I need to watch? You just go to one thing, you find it, you watch it, you enjoy it, and you watch the next thing you want to watch. For some reason, that idea currently to me is foreign, and it feels like, oh my god, everything is coming to alignment. I know what I need now. It is strange.
I love Plex. I think it's awesome, and it's nice that the shit's not going to go away, Nick. If I'm like, oh man,
I bought and I bought a lifetime membership. I think it's like $100 to $200. It's a one-time buy. And I've been fucking with it for like a week now, and I finally figured out like all the settings and how to like port forward on my router and all kinds of bullshit like that. And I fucking love it. It's weird, but like the level of control you have and everything you have, like to go to your phone and all the other cool shit, like I fucking love it. I can watch anything I want now. It's crazy. Yeah, and if anybody wants to make their own, it's incredibly simple. Like, it really, really is.
Dude, I got the hookup on 2. My cousin made one, and then a friend made one, and each Plex server has over 2,000 movies on it. So it's like, honestly, I don't even know why I keep a streaming service anymore. Like, I clicked on it right here. It's like, oh, great. All the Nicolas Cage movies have just been added. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, people, I would highly recommend looking into how to make your own. Really, I honestly would. Because it's fucking worth it. It really is. And mine only has like 380 movies on it now. I'm still putting more on there. And just having that small level of control over what I want to watch. And mind you, they're only movies that I want to watch because I'm testing it out. Just having that small level of control is like, it makes you feel like a god a little bit. And it's really fucking weird. But you have everything you want to watch in one place. It's great.
Yeah, now I just logged into one on my phone. I want to watch shit.
Oh, yeah, I've got that app too. I tested that out too. And it works. It works fine. I was able to get all the movies and everything to my phone and stream it and then mirror it to another Roku outside. And yeah, it fucking worked, man. It was great.
Darian217, that is my favorite Scooby-Doo movie as well. Do you have that one, Nick, where Bobby Starr plays Velma?
Yeah, I do. I have it on Blu-ray.
Can I get a rip of that? It's the only one I don't have. I even got Viva Rock Vegas, but I don't have that one.
I'll send you the link from my Plex server.
Yeah! God damn it, cats.
Oh, God.
All right, so where were we at? We have a few more super chats and a couple other things to say, right? Where were we? This has been a fun one, guys. I'm kind of getting lost in it. So we did talk about Lord of the Rings. Oh, no, we didn't. Here we go. Xavier to God says, I meant to say that Spider-Man 3 is overhated. Yeah, I don't think Spider-Man 3 is as shitty as most people say. It's got moments of quality. It's got even moments of greatness, but ultimately it leaves me disappointed. But I'd still put it above the Andrew Garfield movies.
Yeah, it was shitty and rightfully hated at the time. But like I keep saying, with everything that's come since then, it's not that bad.
It's really bad how Hollywood has some, like, if they think they're gonna make something better, but they make something shittier, then you appreciate like the thing they messed up on.
Right.
You give them a little bit. You give them a little bit of a leeway. It's like, oh, you fucked up, but this is at least better than the shit you're putting out now.
In order to get me to just stop hating Spider-Man 3, they gave me the two amazings in the first two Spider-Man, Iron Man, spin-off movies. Yeah, gave me Iron Boy, and I'm like, fuck, Spider-Man 3 ain't that bad. Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to make an even shittier version of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for me to go, that one from 2005 with Martin Freeman's not that bad. I can't even bring myself to watching it again.
I hate. Well, I've never read the book, but I hate to break your heart, Kenda, but I really do like that movie.
Dude, if you would have read the book, you'd have hated the movie. Because like I've tried. I recorded it once on my DVR, and I'm like, I'm gonna give this movie one more try because I've only ever watched it in theaters, and I vehemently hated it. I'm like, I'm gonna give this another try, and it sat on my DVR for nearly a year because I'm like, nah, I just can't bring myself to do it. I can't. I really can't because I know where this is gonna go. I'm not gonna like it anymore, and then I'm gonna hate myself for wasting the 2 hours watching this fucking movie.
I hate you for watching the 2-hour movie. Yeah. Dutch Swede 576, thank you very much for your super chat sticker. Neil Power, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, I firmly believe that when Lord of the Rings of Power finally airs and is thoroughly scrutinized and debated, it will be that moment when we realize that Vox Machina is closer to the spirit of J.R.R. Tolkien. I actually had to look up what Vox Machina was because, didn't know what it was. But it's like a fantasy thing. So, have you guys heard of Vox Machina?
No.
It's a show. I guess it's on right now. That is a band of 8 unlikely heroes find themselves on a quest to save the realms of Exandria from the dark magical forces. Doesn't sound bad at all. It's on Amazon Prime.
So they've already made the show. Essentially, they just didn't brand it Lord of the Rings. Gotcha.
Oh, it's animated too.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That doesn't look bad though. It's got that like modern day high budget in quotations animation style where it just looks like one of those DC animated features from like the beginning of the 2010s.
Okay.
So not really anime, but it's all the single line weight kind of, simplified characters. It looks cool. I would give this a shot.
All right then.
Now, we have one more topic I want to talk about after our super chats because it's just funny to dunk on something. Now, Xavier to God, thank you very much for your generous super chat. He says, imagine if we got a Batman movie with all live action Batman besides Adam West. Rest in peace. Would you guys like a Batman movie with George Clooney to come back? Hi, Freeze,
Nope.
I'm back.
Nope. Don't think so.
Okay. I would like the villains to come back. I think that'd be fun. I want Arnold Schwarzenegger to be old Freeze. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want old Freeze. I want Bane. I want Poison Ivy, Catwoman. I want them all to come back.
I'm trying to think what my excuse me, all the Batman movie would be, that'd be a weird one because remember, Keaton, Kilmer, and Clooney are supposed to be the same Batman.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, I guess it would have. What kind of like mirrored universe or alternate reality would it be where they could all interact? Like, I don't think the idea is bad to see them all on screen. I'm just in my head trying to piece it together so I can get a little more excited and riff on the idea for the show. But I'm having trouble getting over that hump.
Yeah, I mean, if they're both, it would be like, you know, having all the James Bonds in one place. Like, it wouldn't work because they're the same guy essentially. So I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird concept.
Watchman of Yah says, how pissed would you guys be if we ended up getting a female Batman Beyond movie from this and Keaton ended up training her instead?
I mean, it'd be on brand. I'd assume it would be CW making it.
Yeah, that sounds like something they would do.
That's very true. That's very true.
Xavier to God says Idris Elba is Black Superman. Hobbs and Shaw also Bad Man. Also saw also Bad Man or Black Man.
Okay.
I'm going to reread that. Idris Elba is Black Superman. Hobbs and Shaw also Bad Man or Black Man. Like for the names? Because
Sure,
I guess
I don't know.
I'm trying to think what you would call. I guess Black Superman would just be Superman, you know.
Yeah.
But because the idea, you know, the Nietzsche, the whole idea of the Superman. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to bore people with that shit. But if Idris Elba played Superman, I wouldn't go watch it. I'm not going to buy into that stuff. There's a line that I'll draw as a fan, as an audience member, as a consumer, as somebody that's spending my hard-earned money. And it's when you like Ghostbusters 2016. I didn't go see that one in theaters. Found a way to see it a different way. We all reviewed it later, much, much later. My point is, like, you can get us riled up on the internet and claim, oh, you're still going to watch it, you're still going to see it. No, there's a hard limit when you get into that territory. I don't do, you don't take my favorite characters or big American icons and alter them for whatever's cool, whatever brownie points you want. Like, we'll find a way to lampoon them, lambast them. Look, we made money on this channel over Birds of Prey, but I haven't watched the goddamn thing. I never claimed to have. I never tried to review the movie. We just talked about the stuff surrounding it. So
you can fuck us over once, but we're very good at becoming really hip to the game once you get us the first time.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like that one. Our friend Adam Wofford says, I like my coffee darker than the Mines of Moria and stronger than a Balrog.
Balrog.
Oh, Dion, how dark do you like your coffee?
You know, I'm going to punch you so hard in the fucking liver when I see you. I'm going to rack your fucking ribs.
Oh, I'll eat a rack of ribs with you.
Okay.
Extra saucy.
Fuck.
Dude,
both of y'all. How about that?
My mom made ribs for the Super Bowl.
Both y'all look like Gerald Ford.
Hey, her ribs are a goddamn godsend.
They are amazing.
National treasure.
They are fucking delicious.
They were. She still got it. Everyone, like, of all the food that was at the Super Bowl party, that was the damn thing that got eaten the quickest by me because I was hungry.
Everyone's like, "Oh, dude, Jeff, you brought your mom's ribs. Get the fuck away! They're mine."
No, dude, she came over the house and cooked there for everybody and was like,
Oh, of course she did. Of course she did.
That sounds
She's
like
the
something
best.
she'd do. She is amazing.
Yeah, it was great to see her. It was nice to see her not under sad circumstances, like a funeral this time. So that was good. But it was kind of sad that the Bengals lost the Super Bowl. I was bummed
Yeah, I was gonna
out.
say it didn't start off as sad circumstances, but it worked its way there.
Yeah, I not one of these sore loser people. Didn't scream, didn't cuss. Do feel personally, you know, different ways about the fucking referees. But the only thing I did that people would be like, "Ugh," is I was like, I ain't watching no goddamn post game show. So we turned it off and watched like It's Always Sunny or some shit right away.
You know,
I didn't
I was
watch.
at my brother's place. We ended up watching the Olympics for like an hour or two after that.
I've watched so much Olympics this year, and I don't regret it. But
dude, the only thing I've paid attention to is the hockey. And the other night I stayed up because I'm like, You know, the United States team looks really good this year. Maybe, just maybe, I'll finally get to see the United States men win a gold medal. Oh, we're playing Slovakia. Oh, I fucking stayed up till midnight to watch them underperform and lose to a team in a shootout. I'm like, God damn it. Finally thought there's a chance I could see them win the gold in hockey because the Canadian team's not that good this year. And they fell flatter than a plate full of piss. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, Jim. I watched the women's today where they lost. It wasn't that good of a game.
Yeah, I watched the women's game. I watched the first period. They went down 2-0. I'm like, yeah, they lost to Canada the other night 4-2. I watched that one. I don't see them coming back. But 4 years ago, I stayed up to like 3 or 4 in the morning watching them win the gold. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, that's all I really care for is the hockey in terms of the Olympics, especially the Beijing, people in concentration camp Olympics.
Thank you, Darian 217. That's kind of my sentiment on the end of the Super Bowl. Plus, there was this receiver that when Burrow threw the final pass of the game, the dude was literally standing 1 foot over the first down line, and you watch him, he just turns and watches the ball. And I'm like, dude, if you were to just extend your arms, first down, call your timeout, you were close. You could have fucking kicked the field goal. That guy, Evan McPherson, is awesome. No, I'm done. I'm not going to go into this. I can't be like, look, I understand your pain now, okay? I get it. It ain't fun, but I get it.
Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? At least you didn't get blown out.
Dude, the Bengals were up most of the game. I was like, how's this going to end?
Yeah, it was strange because the refs didn't wake up until like the last 2 minutes of the whole fucking thing. They're like, really? Now you're going to start calling shit? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that one because I've had a few Bengals fans start complaining. I was like, oh, now you want to complain about the officiating? Okay.
Well, look,
that where it was.
Face mask.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, let's not get into that.
Our friend Head Case Laboratory sends in a super chat that says, "Did you guys hear about the new Rescue Rangers?" I did. I saw the trailer.
Yeah, saw the trailer. It no, I love the Rescue Rangers, but that's not them. And I think Seth Rogen's attached to them, and I'm just like, nope, can't do it.
Good.
Yeah, because he's in the movie, and I'm just like, I can't do this. I'm not gonna do this. No.
Why is Seth Rogen involved in everything lately? He's just
because for some reason in Hollywood you fail up. You fail up in Hollywood. I don't know how the fuck it works. I don't know how it keeps working. It just
is there a way we can get this man canceled?
Do what now?
No.
There has to be something in his history that he has done, something that he's done so deep down that we can expose on the internet. He's had to have done blackface or something to where we can just get him to where they just stop giving him stuff to do.
I hope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, he throws all the right people under the bus. That's his safety net right there. It's like, hey, this person, hey, that person, Look, I'm not saying you got to make excuses for people that do bad things. I'm not saying you got to hide or cover up for anybody. I'm just saying he is the first person to throw anyone under the bus to protect himself, to look virtuous. Why are you the first person to do it? Because you probably have something to hide.
Exactly. There's got to be something we can get on Seth Rogen. Folks, that's your mission. That's your goal. Find dirt on Rogen. Seth, not
Seth
Joe.
Rogen.
Yeah, not
Seth
Joe.
Rogen, not Joe. Joe's we're fine with Joe. Seth is the problem.
Got to specify here, Ken. No, you don't want the wrong message going out, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, suddenly next week, World Class Bullshitters, a channel on YouTube, is led the charge in getting Joe Rogan taken off there. It's like, no, that wasn't us. That was the wrong Rogan.
Here's what's going to happen about that. Jeff's going to get to go on Rogan and explain himself. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Should I bring my lawyer like Jack Dorsey did?
Yeah, just have him speak for you.
He would love it. Are you kidding me? He'd fucking love it.
Yeah, he's probably listening right now going, guys, let's do it. I'm like, all right, bro, calm down. We'll talk in March.
Well, we'll deal with that one later. Right now, we're focusing on the other Rogan.
I need a Jamie pull that up clip, just always. That's
it. The worst thing is if you describe the other Rogan, you're still describing the same Rogan.
Yeah.
No, the one who smokes weed. Yeah. Yeah. So you're still describing. It's hard. You have to really differentiate. It's difficult.
The douchebag that nobody likes. No, that doesn't work either. A lot of people don't like Joe.
Yeah.
That's what you say to him. So, guys, the Uncharted movie comes out tomorrow. I really love the Uncharted trilogy. I haven't played the fourth game, so I can't comment on that one. But the remastered versions for PlayStation 4 were excellent. I had already played the first two on PS3. Actually, I played the first three on PS3. I was just going through them again because they looked great. I was never sold on the idea of an Uncharted movie featuring Tom Holland because Nathan Drake is not a child. Nathan Drake is not a 21-year-old kid. He's almost a 40-year-old guy, and Sully's like a 60-year-old guy. And I like the story the way it is. It's a much different dynamic from the game to this movie. But, you got to take a movie and a game, I guess, whatever way. It doesn't matter, though, because this movie has shit the bed. Would you guys like to guess where it's already scored on Rotten Tomato?
Oh, yes,
I'd
please.
say 50%.
I'm gonna say 35.
I'm gonna split the difference and let's go with like 24-ish%.
So right now on Rotten Tomatoes, Uncharted sits at a 40%, which is up from the 33 that it sat at earlier today.
Oh, well, it's gaining traction.
Now, these are all 100% professional review scores. These aren't fans. These aren't, people going, oh, I'm going to reactionarily revote because I don't like that they changed up the game. No, these are just straight up critic scores, and this movie looks like it is shit the bed. What do you think's going to happen? I thought this movie was already going to flop because it's a video game movie in February, and it's a game that no one asks them to make a movie based on. Like, Uncharted's based on Indiana Jones and Tomb Raider and other shit. So, like, you're making a derivative movie of the derivative of the original. Like, it's like a copy of a copy.
It's a lot of deviations.
Yeah. Well, I mean, had they gone with Nathan Fillion as as the one in the fan made one, if they'd done that, then more people would have been on board. Oh, instead of having Mark Wahlberg be the main dude, have Antonio Banderas be the main dude. That's fine. He doesn't have to have the voice or whatever. He can be, he can have Antonio have his voice and be the dude and help him out and things like that. You don't need to have Mark Wahlberg there. Nobody really fucking likes him anyways. It's fine. But I think they picked Tom Holland because he was the flavor of the week. So
that's true.
That's probably they obviously want it to be a franchise. So that's why they're making him this super young bartender that's also kind of a fucking treasure hunter. And it's Mark Wahlberg who keeps getting his hair dyed so he doesn't look like he's almost 50. And it's like, it's just wild, dude. I still am going to go see it because it looks like dumb fun. Like I'm looking at this closer to like Jungle Cruise, so I'm kind of excited to see it.
Jungle Cruise was so bad. It was so bad.
And it was bad, but still worth paying for. I do not think this is going to be the same. This is going to be bad. And I'm so excited for it, dude. Oh, I'm so excited for it.
Oh, my God.
I think this movie's going to shit the bed so hard at the box office, and I'm going to be...
Yeah. Well, see, like, that's the thing. They're not putting out anything anybody wants to see, and that's why the theater stuff is still down because they're not putting out anything anybody wants. If you put out things like Spider-Man like we want, we'll go watch it.
Yeah.
But no, you want to keep putting out bullshit.
Yeah, and I was going to say, they're getting to the point now where they cannot blame anything to do with COVID because every state at this point, it seems, with the exception of like maybe one or two, has lifted any like the COVID restrictions, the masking, all that other stuff, all the protocol. A lot of that stuff is going away to the point where we're getting back to essentially normal. And so that convenient little excuse for them is going to be gone. So, and most states are already back at that point. So they're going to lose that. They're not going to make fucking movies people want to see and will come watch them. That's the simple formula.
Exactly.
That's the formula. That's the secret recipe.
It is. Colonel Sanders himself couldn't do it any better.
Yeah, but folks, give us $50 million. We'll make a way better movie and well under budget.
Yeah.
But the budget will say $50 million. We just can't explain where most of the money went.
It'll look as good as the Lord of the Rings trailer. I guarantee it.
And it won't be woke.
And if that's the first thing to put out and looks as good as that, that's a fucking achievement right there. That's a real big achievement.
Oh, so let's check in with the audience, see if there's anything else. I think we can put this baby to bed. Yes, we have a nice super chat from our friend Watchman of Yah. He says, "Hey, Dion, are you and Hillary going to play Dying Light 2 on Twitch? And have you guys finished Mass Effect? I'm going to jump on Twitch and watch yesterday's episode after this."
Yeah, we were actually talking about some games. Dying Light 2 came up. We may just pull the trigger and start playing that. We haven't finished Mass Effect. We're still on 2, or almost towards the end of 2, and then we'll be playing 3 and looking for that next game there, baby.
I think the four of us should be playing some Back for Blood together.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you said you well, give me a date and time and I'll see if I can make it. But pretty much I should be somewhat flexible. But yeah, I'm down for that, man. I'm entirely down for that.
Because that game is a lot of fun.
It is. It is really fun.
I like it. I still think I like Left 4 Dead more, but
I do.
It's still great.
Yeah, I was gonna say Left 4
I
Dead.
got Left 4 Dead on my PC. I might play Left 4 Dead tonight. I got a mod where you can turn the first one into a multiplayer on PC because I guess it didn't have it originally. But it's weird because it kind of breaks the game, but it's still enjoyable.
Have you seen the Stream Deck, like the handheld thing?
Seen it. Phil bought it already.
I've heard good things about it. It looks really fun, and I've seen a test done with it, and it seems well worth it.
I want one. I can't justify it right now. It's I have an Xbox Series X. I barely play it. We'll turn it into our stream machine, and we'll have 1 million hours of Twitch gaming. We'll all get on Halo. I'll just be like, all right, guys, we're gonna play Halo until we get tired of it, and it's like 6 months later. We have 12 million followers. We haven't stopped playing. Nick's actually dead. He's a robot. It's year 35.
Yeah,
World Class Bullshit is on top.
35. I missed those. That was a fun episode.
We'll do a whole episode.
Oh God.
So Nick, you have a cool announcement. You put this over on I put it on our Facebook page. I think your movie's out, right?
Oh no, it was Richard selling it again. He got a few copies. I told Adam Shawn about it because he wanted a copy like ASAP, so I immediately tagged him with it. But no, the movie I worked on in 2019 that we finally put out last year, a couple of years ago. What is it? Mother News Presents Once Upon a Nightmare is available for sale on Blu-ray and DVD at abuckshortproductions.com. I know that's a long URL, but that's where it is. abuckshortproductions.com. They have only a few DVD and Blu-rays left. I'd say if you want one, go ahead and get it now. I directed a segment, and Jeff is in a segment. He's in the first segment, actually. He's in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And if you say that World Class Bullshitter sent you, Richard should be able to put in the BTS DVD with Jeff's full cooking segment in there. So yeah.
And Dion will give you a hand job.
Yeah. By the way, folks, go to shopwcbs.com. I'll put this design up. I just lost the original file, but I know a bunch of people
Okay, that's a brand new one.
Nice.
Yeah. So remember, this was made for Horror Hound 2020. Then COVID happened. So I have all of the shirts. This is actually Kendo's shirt. It now fits. So sorry, Kendo. I'll just have to get you a new one. But
that works.
Yeah, the Bullshitters Select. It's one of my favorites because we're like the Ninja Turtles arcade game. So there you go. ShopWCBS.com. So, is there anything else you guys want to say before we put this baby to bed?
Come check us out on Twitch.
Yeah. Definitely go hang out with Dion and Hillary on Twitch. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if we have a banner for it real quick. No, go over to our link tree. You can check out all of our information over there and find our link. Nick took care of all that. So, Nick, thank you very much.
Yeah, everything should be there. Everything should be there.
Oh, robot! Do you guys hear that?
Yeah,
I do.
Dion, is that you? No,
it's coming through my speakers.
Oh, that was scary. I thought we were getting intercepted by a digital helicopter.
Yeah. The Greys, they found us.
The Greys. Oh god.
They're in the fucking trees.
Wait, did you say trees or cheese? I don't know. Are they in the cheese?
Cheese trees.
Oh god.
That sounds delicious.
That's what I get. Ugh. All right, folks. So this is episode 299 of World Class Bullshitters. Join us next week for a different episode of World Class Bullshitters. But from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.